Hello, good evening, and welcome back to our Team Lotus F1 Manager Series. It's Friday, the weekend starts here, and as I say, we're back with another live race. We're probably going to do a double back-to-back, 2 races in this one. First of all, starting in COTA, but if you're dropping in, I hope you're doing well. And yeah, as I say, it's COTA up first, and as you see in the background, we've qualified P1 with Lawson. Now, that is a bit misleading because he got an almighty toe off Ricciardo to get that pole. So the Mercedes were about 2 to 3 tenths quicker than us all weekend so far. So we've had a sprint race and also now full qualifying and the race. So as I say, the Mercs are about 2 to 3 tenths quicker than us. But yeah, we've gone P1 with Lawson, P2 with Bottas, I believe it is, P3 Ricciardo, and P4 Russell. So I think it's going to be a hard job to keep those Mercedes behind. They did win the sprint in this one, 1-2. So yeah, it's going to be a hard one to try and fend them off. But let's see how we go. You viewed, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good week. But yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to win this one. We've got to hope for a bit of luck. Maybe the 2 Mercedes run into each other. That would be very nice indeed. But yeah, let's see how we go then. Let's jump straight in. As I say, I'm probably going to do 2 races in this stream. Bit of a longer stream because this is going to be my last stream before Christmas. I'm going to have about 2-3 week break. Yeah, about a 3-week break, and we'll be back first week of January. So this can be the last live stream until the new year. So as I say, we'll do a couple of races this evening. But let's jump in and start this full race in COTA.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend. Here we go. It's the United States Grand Prix.
So Lawson starts on pole, but as I say, these Mercedes looking almighty fast around here. Let's see if Lawson gets a good start. Looks a good initial launch. Can Ricciardo try and get past Valtteri Bottas here? Gonna have the inside on this first corner. And we do. Ricciardo takes Bottas.
Okay.
Tsunoda's had a lock-up. That's very early on.
Now this was on the straight.
What's Yuki up to here?
Well, you can see the lock-up. And they'll need
No, it's not a massive lock-up. Oh, that's caused a lot of congestion in there. So that's a good start for us. Ricciardo jumping Bottas to give us a 1-2 here early on. Not bad, my birthday today, so yeah, it's good. Oh, happy birthday, you viewed. Happy birthday. Kinga, this is the first time I'm seeing the start of your live. Good job. Nice to have you in from the start, Kinga. Right, Bottas already looking to take back the lead. Take back second place, sorry, that he lost from Ricciardo. Huru, hi, how's it going? Jackson, thanks for the follow. Can Ricciardo get this back? No, we have to settle back in behind. And Bottas for the lead. So as I say, I think these Mercedes are going to be hard to fend off. He's on the mediums though. Lawson are on the hards.
Come on, mate.
And Bottas leads. I think we're just going to have to try and settle into our strategy here.
Okay. Just manage the tyres.
Cheers, no problem, buddy. I got a Sauber 1-2 finish in my career in 2026. Good stuff, Huru. Now, Ricciardo having a look on Lawson here then.
DRS enabled.
DRS is enabled. We won't get it yet, though.
Currently P2.
Get it on the next DRS zone.
Bottas ahead.
Just need to try and keep with Bottas if we can. Ricciardo has a look on his teammate. They are free to fight. We don't need to give advantage to Ricciardo now, because I think, although theoretically we could still win the Drivers' Championship, it's not going to happen really. So it's all about the constructors here. As we've got a yellow flag. Trying to see here. Doesn't look like there's anything major. Nico Hülkenberg just running wide. Ricciardo up the inside. Lawson has not got DRS on Bottas.
We could do much more. Just head down.
So yeah, tyres. Bottas on the medium, Russell on the softs, and Lawson on the hard. So a mixture of all tyres here really, as Ricciardo is going to try and get past his teammate, and he does. Probably for the best whilst he's on those soft tyres. Lap. What are we looking at? Lap 18 for Ricciardo to pit. Lap 22 for Lawson. And my drivers are Stroll and Ocon. Well, that's an achievement, especially with Stroll, Huru. Jackson, I have got to go. Bye. No worries, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. But yeah, Bottas already looks like he's bolted here, doesn't he? Bottas looks like he's gone. Sean, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. But I think... Oh, is George going to have a look on Lawson there? Right, let's go. We'll always defend here.
Certainly don't let any cars...
They are free to fight, but I feel if I put don't fight, this is going to help Lawson just to conserve a bit of tyre life. He's on the hard tyres. That will just drag him along nicely. But yeah, Bottas has got a nice buffer. He's broken the DRS. But I think Mercedes have been developing that car all throughout the year because every race they seem to get a little bit further ahead. And certainly it was evident in the sprint race and qualifying. They look to be 2-3 tenths ahead. So I knew it's going to be hard to try and fight them. So Lawson has DRS. George looking at the move on Lawson. Come on, Liam, you've got to stay in there. And he does. So just frustrating George Russell there. Russell's took a little bit more out of his softs than Ricciardo. The car is a spaceship and red flag saved me. Yeah, it's always nice to benefit from a red flag.
I'm really sorry, we need a bit of lift off where you can.
Understood.
Alright, Hamilton on softs as well. Quite a few soft runners, actually.
Your lift off.
Bottas, the only medium runner in the top 10. Right, here comes George. As I say, we're just not looking pacey across this weekend, unfortunately. George is past Lawson.
Don't stress. Hamilton is the car behind.
George really now all over the back of Ricciardo. This is going to be very difficult to defend through the DRS zone. But what could happen here is George could get us, and then we could just use George's DRS to close the gap to Bottas. That's really what we're trying to achieve here. It's quite tight though, isn't it? It's basically a DRS train near enough all the way down to Perez. And there we go. Russell does make the move. So now we want Ricciardo to try and...
You can use overtake.
Just push on a bit.
Yep, understood. Prep ourselves for a push.
Oh, George is certainly pushing. He's nearly got a second on us. In a couple of corners there. And he's on the back of his teammate Bottas. So George showing some real pace here. Ricciardo, we're going to just try and use a bit of tyre life to get up to these Mercs. And there we go. We have got to the back of them, so we will get some DRS. Russell didn't get past Bottas, though. Lawson's fell back a little bit here. But, of course, as I say, he is on the hard tyre. Going a bit longer in this first stint. Hamilton having a look.
Destroy the tyres too quickly.
And it might be Hamilton past us here. It is. So Lawson going backwards early on here. But hopefully he's going to be quicker in his stints to come. So let's see how that goes. So the top 6 separated by 1.8 seconds, just gone to 2 seconds. Rushdad, can't believe this might be Council miles better than the actual F1 game. Yeah, it's a shame, but ultimately people need to play it and buy it, don't they? It's not had the sales, unfortunately. Russell is challenging Bottas. And Hamilton is with us. Ricciardo in the mix. So close up here. And there's a move down there. Alonso and Sainz, it looks like, is battling. So the field is very close here. So the Mercedes, to be fair, I thought would have pulled away, but they haven't. Drugovic, is it? Drugovic has an instant every race if it was Drugovic. No, it's Leclerc.
But this is what happened.
We do apologise. We do apologise to Drugovic.
All good at this point. And there's the lockup.
Leclerc was knocked out in Q2. We got another yellow flag. Leclerc's tyres down to 79% on the hard. Not great. Drugovic did have a lockup, so we were half right there. We really need Lawson to get a better second stint. Yeah, hopefully he will. He's got softer compounds to come, so he's going to go hard, medium, soft. Ricciardo, soft, medium, soft. I would have liked to have done that with Lawson, the soft, medium, soft. But Lawson has not got the smoothness to be able to achieve it. So that's why he might be a little bit handicapped in this race, because his smoothness meant that we couldn't make that strategy work. So he's a little bit slower through this first phase. As long as he can hold on to this pack with a DRS. Are you doing a one-stop or two-stop? Two-stop with both. So Daniel Rick in at lap 18, then mediums, then softs. Lawson lap 22, mediums, then soft. So Lawson is going to use every compound available to him in this one. Lawson just about got the DRS there.
Start picking up the pace.
But he is now 1.2 behind Hamilton. And Ricciardo is making a move on Bottas here. I don't think we're going to make that stick, though. So, yeah, this is a lot tighter than I thought here. And Lawson has
Okay, keep it clean. Focus
closed
on the
that
pace.
gap back up, so that's nice.
Look after the tyres.
Lawson is the highest of the hard runners, though, at least. And he's got the most hard tyre life. And of course, if you're jumping into the stream, you haven't already, please do smash a like. It really helps me out and is super appreciated. Yeah, Russell down to 68%, so he might have to go for a bit of tyre conserving at some point here, or he's going to pit a lot earlier. Lawson, yeah, still hanging on, but Oscar's getting very punchy behind him now. Oscar down to 69% on his softs as well. So Danny Rick's lap 18, I mean, Russell and Piastri might be around lap 15, 16 at that rate, unless, as I say, they start to conserve their tyres. But yeah, it's still a DRS train now from Bottas down to Norris. Sainz has dropped about 2 seconds off the pace, then Alonso, and then Leclerc is further 3 seconds back, not helped by that lockup, no doubt. Now, Bottas and Russell challenging each other. It'd be lovely if those Mercedes took each other out. That would really open up the constructors, but may even give Danny Rick a sneaky chance of getting back in contention for the Drivers' Championship. That would be absolutely lovely for us. Do a Nico and Lewis in Spain. Barcelona, that's what we need. Pit stops are going to be critical here. That doesn't help us with not having the best pit crew. Although our average stop is down to about 2.3, 2.4 now. But that's if we're going quite good. If it's a bit slow, we might be around a 2.6 or 7. Is Lewis going to try and have a look at Danny Rick? He does, but nothing. Oscar, though, is past Lawson here, but Lawson is going to fight it back. And Oscar in our series is absolutely dominating Lando. Oscar Piastri is having a great season. I'm half tempted to put Oscar in our series in Team Lotus. Do love a bit of Oscar Piastri. So we carry on in this train. It's just going to be a little bit of being patient in this one. And we just have to see how we go. And Ricciardo on George Russell here. Is George Russell trying to look after his tyres suddenly? Bottas is kind of pushed away, so...
You can keep the pace up on this.
Yeah, we've got 9% on George Russell. Piastri is not as bad now, 65%.
Nice.
Okay, good job.
So as we see, Ricciardo gets past George Russell then.
And we're watching Daniel Ricciardo. They decide to give it a go.
Now, Bottas has pushed just 1.7 up the road, so let's see if Ricciardo can rein him in. Stroll's got a mechanical fault.
Understood.
And Russell is really fighting Ricciardo back, and he's going to get the DRS, so this is probably going to be job done for Russell. Yeah, Bottas 1.2 up the road.
We have Ferrari behind us.
Right, Russell is getting back into Bottas's DRS, so that's fine.
Drop the pace now, please.
Understood.
Yeah, Russell down to 59%, so Russell's going to have to box a lot earlier, unless, as I say, he starts to conserve those tyres.
Understood.
And he's just dropped out of DRS of Bottas again. We kind of need George to be a bit more pacey than this and not let his teammate get away. Of course, we're going to get DRS on George here, so this should be, unless he deploys a lot of battery out of that corner, should be pretty easy work. Get back past him.
Hamilton should have DRS now.
Lewis will have DRS, but we're further up the
We have
road.
margin to push a bit more.
There we
Overtake
go.
available.
Back past George then, but the 1.4 gap to Bottas. We need to get that back under a second, bring it into that DRS range. Lawson still staying ahead of Piastri. And it's now the top 8. Yeah, so Alonso and Sainz very much cut adrift. It's 1.2. We can't quite get to Bottas there at the moment. We'll get a bit of a slipstream here. We've got a yellow flag. Someone spun. Still a yellow flag out there.
Okay, there are yellows ahead.
Drugovic! I told you about Drugovic. So this is his second instance so far of this race.
Oh,
He has a spin, lock up, or crash. Near enough every race, poor Drugovic. I'm not sure we'll see him on the grid next year, but who knows? So Ricciardo still 1.3 back behind Bottas. We are using the battery. We're using a bit more tyre life. We're just trying to edge back to that DRS. We're dragging Russell with us, but it's fine because we're just trying to give Bottas a bit of a race here. I think ultimately he's probably got some pace in hand. He's got 5% margin now on his medium, so he's not really pushing them. Tsunoda is pitting. That's an early stop. Yuki Tsunoda is the first to stop then. And George is right over the back of us. Were we under a second at that detection zone before the corner? We're about to find out. Yes, we were. We've got DRS then on that Valtteri Bottas. And even better than DRS. Wow, we have such good speed down that straight. Bottas might be able to fight it back, but we take the lead then. Weren't actually expecting that. We just wanted to be with Bottas. Bottas probably will get straight back past us on the start-finish straight, but yeah, just the DRS doing big things for us there. I wonder if Bottas was conserving a bit of battery. He wasn't harvesting off any of those corners, though. But he's certainly not pushing his Bottas. So Lawson remains in the hunt. He's got a pit on lap 22. Ricciardo's got to get to lap 18, so we used a bit more tyre life than we want to there. It was 9% between Russell and Ricciardo in terms of tyre difference. It's now 7%.
Okay, that's currently P1.
Well, here comes
No, keep
Valtteri
behind
then.
those Bottas.
So, as expected, he is going to retake the lead, but we just can stick with him now and just use his DRS for him to just pull us along. We might chop and change positions with him for a little while.
Yep.
Let's see.
This is my pace.
Keep the head down. Russell behind us.
You can see the effect of this DRS train though, because the top 8 now, Alonso is in 9th. It's now 8.2 seconds, 8.1 seconds cut adrift. What is the pit stop? About 22 seconds if we round it up. 22 seconds for a stop. So at the moment, Ricciardo will be coming around Ocon, Stroll. Did we have DRS there? No, that was... we just dropped out at the wrong moment there. So we're going to be under pressure from George Russell here.
Understood.
Yeah, so George back into P2. But we're still all in Bottas's DRS, so
That's okay.
just need George
Hamilton
to
behind you now.
stay with his teammate. Ned, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Hope you're well. Yes, Russell has stayed in Bottas DRS then, so that's good. And we're going to make a move now. I think we're too far back there. Russell, I think, is going to have to pit around lap 15 though at this rate. Although we do have some time margin, so yeah, he might be a little bit later than that. Let's see. So yeah, the gap to Sainz and Alonso nearly up to 10 seconds now, so they are just really off the pace. Leclerc is now behind Pourchaire even. So Charles is having a poor race. Sonoda stopped early on. We're probably going to see Zhou in the pits pretty soon, I'd imagine. So yeah, we're not quite sure how this one is all going to play out.
Hamilton will have DRS.
Okay, gotcha.
George challenging Bottas. We're just going to sit behind and watch it. Oh, they get very close, those Mercs, but no contact.
Taking a bit of a hit.
Bottas got good tyre life in those mediums, though, still. And you'd expect him to go longer. So we may be undercutting Bottas, though, but we'd probably expect him with the tyre difference, tyre delta, that he's going to be much quicker once he comes out on his stop. So it all depends where we come out here. George is probably going to undercut Ricciardo, though, so I'd expect after this first round of stops, it might be George Russell leading. And depends where Hamilton Piastri pit as well. But the Mercedes continue to battle. We're happy just to sit in third place and watch it all. Carlos Sainz has developed an issue. Lawson has just fell out of the DRS here.
Pick up the pace a bit. Okay, well done. The car ahead is Hamilton.
Want to make sure we get back on this as Lawson was ahead of Piastri, so they just changed position there, so that's fine. There we go, we're straight back to the back of Hamilton.
Just look after this tyre set though, look after it.
Copy.
What's George down to now? 43%. Yeah, I think around lap 15. I think a couple of laps time George is going to have to come in. What was it? 22 seconds for a stop, so... And Ricciardo is going to sneak past Russell there. Lovely. Lovely work. 22 seconds. It's going to be between Théo Pourchaire and Perez. So there is a little gap there.
Let's take a
As we see
closer
that
look.
move again.
Now this, I think, was at turn 13.
Listen, I don't think George was really expecting that. And yeah, Ricciardo back into P2.
And Daniel Ricciardo.
I'm quite happy with this though, because as I was expecting, the Mercedes sort of sail off into the sunset, but they haven't. 13 laps gone. We're very much with them, so there might be a race to be had here. And how's it all going to be panning out for Lawson? Because he's staying here. Obviously on the hard tyre, of course, so that's quite good work for him. I'm invested. Thanks, Rory. Thanks for the gifts. Much appreciated. Really do appreciate it. And thanks for the follow. Thank you, buddy. Although saying that, Lawson's stints are going to be similar to Ricciardo, so I don't think he's going to have massive increase in performance. But Piastri has just developed a fault there, which may give Lawson some respite. And we've got a yellow flag. That's a spin. We're just looking out for that as a virtual safety car, because if it was, well, I think quite a few would be jumping into the pits.
Yellows ahead.
Oh, it's Leclerc again. What a nightmare Leclerc's having here. Already locked up. Oh, just completely loses it.
I don't know what went wrong there.
Oh, what a stinker he's having. His tyres must be wrecked after that. Down to 35% and he's on hards. Leclerc will have to pit. Danny Rick's going to have to close this gap because Bottas is trying to extend to the 1 second again. Leclerc's had an absolute stinker over this weekend. Knocked out in Q2, locked up early on in the race, stuck behind Pourchaire, who he's actually battling, which was legitimately battling, and Russell's in. Russell is in, so we said lap 15. It's 1 lap early. So Russell is going to get the undercut, and Russell I would fully expect to lead this race after the first round of stops. We need to try and get to Bottas's DRS here.
We focus on the car ahead now.
But yeah, Leclerc was battling with Pourchaire, and now he's had that spin. And he wanted to go longer on those hards, but he's going to have to pit early or now be very slow on those to conserve him, and he does pit. So, yeah, he's having a miserable race. Right, Ricciardo, 1.2 behind Bottas. Wald, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. We can't quite get to Bottas's DRS here.
Okay, understood.
Lawson may have to pick up the pace here as well.
Pick up the pace a little bit from here. Press and hold the overtake.
Copy.
Russell out in 10th, but he's got a nice gap to silence, so he's got clean air. So yeah, I fully expect him to make that undercut work. So I think George is going to lead this race, but he has gone very early on, so he's gone on to the mediums, so perhaps he's going soft, medium, softs as well. But he's going to have to conserve quite heavily on one of those stints. Ricciardo is all over Bottas. We don't want to be too all over him. Just want to use his DRS.
Okay, maximum focus on cooling down those rear tires.
Verstappen's dropped off, so it's the top 5 plus George, so the top 6 have sort of broken away. It was the top 8, so now it's the top 6. And where is the gap now? 22 seconds. Yeah, so George has already completed that undercut by a second. If Bottas and Ricciardo stop now, it'd be a second in the lead with George. So we've got to use the tyre delta now. Norris pits. Lando is in. Ricciardo is a couple of laps time now. I expect probably Hamilton and Piastri to stop at the end of this lap. The next lap at the very latest. So Ricciardo's probably going to come out behind a few of these, but he will have good tyre margin. So he could use that to his advantage later on in the race.
Just manage the pace.
Lawson all over Hamilton here. We were still pushing, to be fair, but go on, Lawson. Up the inside, this is very delicate. He makes it work. Should get DRS. Were we within the second of... Yeah, we should have, because we're behind Hamilton. We do. Hamilton does retain DRS because he had it on Ricciardo. Can we use the slipstream on our teammate to get Hamilton behind us here? Hamilton looking good to try and regain this position, though. Can Lawson stay in there on the inside of these two right-handers? Yes, he can. Making it work is Lawson, but Hamilton's still not giving it up, and he'll get the inside here. And is Hamilton going to jump into the pits? Liam has to concede. Or does he? He doesn't have to concede. Liam back up the inside. What a battle between those two, and Lawson comes out on top, and Hamilton and Piastri do pit.
You can reduce management.
So in Lewis Hamilton's world, for Lawson, they call this hammer time for Lawson. And Ricciardo having a look on Bottas. Ricciardo's still going to go another lap, so yeah, he's going to have a couple of laps of tyre advantage. Lawson lap 22. I think we probably stay on aggressive with Lawson now. And Van Dorn's got a mechanical fault.
Less of a lift.
Jacob, this game looks incredible. Very enjoyable. Last laps. What's Russell doing? A 1:40.0. Russell is going 1.2 seconds quicker than the leaders. Oh, George is absolutely flying. But he's already took 9% out of his tyres, so we'll have a 9% advantage on him. As Danny Rick is going to have a go on Valtteri Bottas. Not really required here because we're just trying to get one more lap out of these tyres before we box. And Lawson's going to stop on lap 22. So Lawson's going a lot longer into this race. So Lawson's probably going to come out behind a few of these.
I don't think we can do much more.
But he'll have a much better tyre delta.
Head down.
.33, yeah, we can just about eke out one more lap with Ricciardo. So we'll box at the end of this lap with Danny Rick.
Box, box.
Game worth the money. In my opinion, Alex,
Yep.
I think it is, but
All boxes up.
of course others have, you have your own opinion, but yeah, for me, certainly worth it. Right, so Ricciardo stops at the end of this lap. And Lawson, yeah, he is just about gaining on these two now. Oh, there he is. We can see him now, visibly. I wonder how far Bottas is going to go. He's still got quite a good tyre life there, 44%. It's quite new. Joe is setting the fastest lap in the Haas there. And Charles is down to 15th currently. Might make some positions up when the rest of the grid hit. Just got this year's actual F1 game and loving it and love the Football Manager game, so might get it. How in depth is everything? Yeah, if you like Formula 1 and you like Football Manager, then I would say you would very much enjoy it. It's less in depth outside of the race day compared to Football Manager. So where Football Manager you do a lot of work in between games. There's a little bit of design the work, but not near the level of Football Manager. Almost the other way around with this game. It's managing sort of the track, in-track races and in-game races. Ricciardo pits then. Lawson will carry on. Let's hope for a good pit stop here, but we probably are going to come out behind Piastri, Hamilton, Russell, and perhaps Norris, who have all already stopped. 2.2, very nice for us. Here's Hamilton then. So Russell is well and truly past us. Here comes this trio of cars. Has Ricciardo cleared them? Oh, this would be very nice for Ricciardo. He has. That is very nice. We will go a little bit aggressive just to get some tyre temps up. They'll no doubt get straight into our DRS here, but that's fine. Right, Lawson's 2.2 off Bottas. But yeah, he's just kind of running his own race now as Lawson.
Warm up your tires. Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
Just want to get these tyres up to temp. We don't really want to get in a battle with these guys, but we probably are going to be. Hamilton on the hards.
Thoughts on tyres?
Struggling a little bit with the fronts.
Here we go. Hamilton's got DRS, so this is the issue here.
We will not need liftoff.
Understood.
I feel if Ricciardo could break that DRS, he could probably keep the gap, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult to do. We're not going to do it through this series of corners. Russell's 6 seconds, so Russell has gapped us by 6 seconds, but of course we've got currently 14% tyre margin, so he'll either pit earlier or he'll conserve at some point.
Understood.
But we have got that second on Hamilton now, so we did get it through that series of corners. Hamilton on the hards, Piastri looking a lot quicker. He's on the mediums, I believe, yeah. Oh, we should be able to drop down to standard now.
I want to see good management.
HX, JX, all the rest of it, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, buddy. Right, let's just have a look at some of these issues. So it's Piastri, Sainz, Stroll. Piastri's got a gearbox issue. Sainz has got an engine issue. Stroll has got ERS. And I think it was Van Dorn, wasn't it? It's got gearbox. So whether any of those will become terminal, we shall see. So Lawson, Bottas is increasing the gap on Lawson, but Bottas is about to pit in either this lap or the next couple of laps. Lawson can probably attack on these tyres, to be fair now.
You are free to push.
Copy.
Ricciardo's got a 5-second gap, so we've got a bit of a
reduce lift-off where possible.
low in the race while we just wait for everyone to stop. Bottas does pit now. So Lawson leads. Nice clean stop for the Mercedes. Verstappen's in as well. Bottas is going to be close to Ricciardo here. I think Ricciardo's going to have it though. Norris sets the fastest lap. This would be very nice if Bottas gets bogged down behind Hamilton and Piastri here. He does. That's good news for Danny Rick. If Bottas can lose a bit of time behind these, that could be very good news. And Lawson, we may as well just continue to extend here. But that is quite nice for us. Although Piastri's just dropped out of the DRS to Lewis, so Bottas is probably going to have a great chance to get past him here. And Lewis is all over the back of us, so Lewis is suddenly pushing on those hards.
Hamilton has DRS, directly behind you.
So Lewis going for a push, he's past Ricciardo. To be fair, if he wants to absolutely wreck his tyres, that's fine. He's on hards and he's already down to 84%, so we'll just stick with what we're doing here. I think we just extend by another lap for Lawson.
Okay, mate, copy.
Now, can Ricciardo get Hamilton straight back here? Hamilton's going through a little bit of a push phase with his tyres. He sets the fastest lap, so that shows that he's pushing on the tyres. Probably used quite a bit of battery there as well, did Lewis, so... Oh, and he's forced way out wide by Danny Rick.
Alrighty.
Which isn't great, really, because what that means is open the door for Bottas, and Bottas already got past Piastri, and that means Hamilton's out of his way, and Bottas is now all over the back of Ricciardo. On the soft tyres now, Bottas, of course, because he started on the mediums, although he's really pushing on those softs. So again, if Danny Rick can frustrate him, I think Bottas is going to be past us here. And what's annoying there is he's got past us, but he did it, I think, after the detection zone. He did.
Understood.
So he gets DRS to pull away, so that's not ideal. Let's try and stick with him. We're going to have to use a bit of our tyre life.
You're good to push.
Because he's going
This is
to...
your race now.
Really try to
Yep,
push this
understood.
Bottas here. Yeah, he's nearly got the second.
No more lift-off required.
Yep.
Russell may be starting to conserve
still
those
do it.
tyres now because we can see him. Right, let's get Lawson in this lap. So Lawson is going to come out behind Norris, so he's going to lose a few positions, but he's going to have good tyre advantage. Ricciardo has just about picked up DRS, but he's still a long way back. Come on, let's just try and stay with Bottas's DRS. Dragovic, another lockup. That's his third instant. Lucas, hi buddy. How's it going? Hope you're well. But yeah, the gap to Russell now, 2 seconds. So Russell must be easing off his tyres. Well, this is a real struggle to stay with Bottas. But Bottas is really obliterating his softs. They're nearly the same level of our mediums now.
And try to cool down the tires where you can. It's slightly coming up.
And now we've caught up with Russell as well. So we could stay with these two. And we re-engage in this DRS train. But where we had a DRS train of 8, then 6, it now looks like it's become 3. And whether Ricciardo can hold on to that, I do not know. But here comes Liam Lawson for his stop. Ricciardo is just about hanging on to them. So Lawson into the pits. Lap 23, we extended by a lap there. And Ricciardo will keep DRS on Bottas and Russell. But Bottas has already passed Russell.
Your last lap was purple.
And Danny Rick sets the fastest lap of the race. 2.2. Both stops have been 2.2, which is very nice for us. As I say, we're expected to come out behind Norris. But what's better for us now, there's not DRS trains. So if we can close up to Norris, he can't defend with DRS, and we should be able to get past him. So, yeah, it's been quite a good stint for Lawson. As Ricciardo, on board, gets past George Russell.
Alrighty. Nice.
Luke Y22 drivers and Danny Rick. This is F1 Manager, so this is create a team, it's our own team. You add a 11th team to the grid, and Danny Rick is one of our chosen drivers.
2.3 ahead.
Let's just get Lawson's tyres up to temp a little bit quicker.
Gap 4.3.
So Russell, I wonder how this is going to work out for Russell now.
Keep looking after your tires. Keep looking after your tires. You did a very good job.
And Russell's just got to try and hang on to the Bottas and Ricciardo and conserve his tyres. But Danny Rick is going for the lead of this one. And we are into the lead of the race. Is there a chance for Danny Rick to win this? Is there a chance of redemption? Last time crashed out when he was close to winning the race in Singapore. It's an 80-plus lead Bottas has now in the Drivers' Championship with just 5 to go after this race. So we can't really challenge for the Drivers' Championship now, but it'd be nice to get a win. We're very much in the Constructors' Championship battling Mercedes. So a win would be very important.
Okay, Bottas is in your DRS now.
But I feel we're going to be battling with Bottas and George all the way in this one. Bottas went medium soft, so Bottas may... I doubt he'll go hards at the end. I think he'll be either at softs medium. George at his tyre life may have to bolt on. He was softs at the start though, so I doubt he can go softs at the end though, because he's going to have to pit too early. So I think George is going to be going either hards or mediums. We'll be on the softs at the end. Lawson's now within 2 seconds of Norris. He is 16 seconds off the lead, though, with that long first stint. So he nearly touched there. Bottas should be getting back past us here. Gonna get the DRS. Did George get DRS there? No, he didn't, but he is getting a good slipstream still. Bottas tyres down to 73%. He is using them a little bit more than Ricciardo's mediums, though.
Okay. Alrighty.
And we've got to get Lawson to lap 41. We want to get Ricciardo to lap 38
So we
is
just
our
have
next
to,
scheduled
head
stops.
down. Russell behind us.
Back it out, back it out.
Copy.
Russell just about dropped out of the DRS, but he could easily push back into that. Lawson is just about in Lando's DRS. Near enough there. Is Ricciardo going to challenge
Listen, hold the overtake.
Bottas again for the lead? I think this should keep swapping and changing between these two. And Ricciardo does regain the lead. But whether he can hold on to it. Time to get to the next DRS.
So far, so good.
I think Bottas went a little bit out wide there, lost a little bit of time, but he's very much back into it there. Lawson into the DRS of Lando though, so next DRS, hopefully, we will have it. Kinga had to leave for a bit, and looks like Lawson hasn't had the best stint. Lawson went long, so as you can see his tyre life, got a much better tyre life than Ricciardo, so hopefully he'll be able to close that gap. Bottas is going to get the DRS again because he overtook after the detection zone.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
George still hasn't got DRS, but he is hanging in there and he's very close again with the slipstream. Alright, what can Lawson do here on Lando? We're going to use a bit of battery. We're going to get DRS as well, so this should be pretty much job done. And Liam Lawson moves up into P6, but it's now an 8-second gap to Lando's teammate Oscar Piastri. Lando might battle back on that one for a little bit, but we shall see.
Gap 8.7.
Piastri got that issue, of course, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him that badly. Yeah, really good tyre margin, Lawson. So Lawson might still play his part in this race. Danny Rick still got DRS there. Bottas has got a little bit of a bigger gap. Yellow flag. It's just a yellow again. Yep. 66% for Bottas. Drugovic running wide. The fourth time Drugovic has had an issue today. And the two, although he's still ahead of his teammate Van Dorn. Drugovic 21st, 21st, 24 seconds off 20th place. Van Dorn 6 seconds off him in last. Ricciardo just trying to stay in the DRS with Bottas. I think Bottas might be having a little bit of a push here.
Overtake available. Let's try to clear him as quick as we can.
Don't think we're in the DRS there. So we're going to be under pressure here from George. We've got to hope that the tow and using the battery here is going to be enough. Oh, we did just get DRS. That is good. That is useful. Lawson just about has built the 1 second gap on Norris. Does Norris get DRS when we hit this detection zone? No. That's good. Good news there.
We do not require any fuel liftoff.
Copy.
Right, let's drop that back down to standard.
Need to drop the pace.
Okay, understood.
Yeah, Lawson's gapped Norris by 2.2 seconds now, so that's fine.
For the brakes.
Copy.
He's got 7 seconds to Piastri, so let's just monitor that gap. But jumping into the stream, you're not already, please smash a like on the video, on the stream. Really helps me out. Really is appreciated, as Ricciardo has another sneaky look at Bottas. Another yellow flag. Please don't be Drugovic again. That would just be embarrassing.
Yellow, where you are?
Understood.
It's K-Mag. K-Mag's had a spin.
Here we are, we're looking at turn 11.
Gonna light up the rears
Wow, they
here.
spin.
Yes, he
And once
is.
it started, they were pretty powerless to do anything.
So K-Mag in the Aston Martin is, well, Alonso was in the points actually, but yeah, he's not. Alonso's 12th, Magnussen 20th. We should just about get DRS again on Bottas. Bottas might get DRS on the back mark of Van Dorn here. I don't know how far back he was. Hopefully Lawson can get on the podium by the end. Yeah, hopefully. Let's see his pace. He's taking a little bit out of Piastri. Nothing too significant. I like Dragovic, but he's not great for the first 2-3 seasons. Yeah, he really struggles in this Alpine in this series. As I say, he's had 4 incidents already this race. Gasly pits in the Kick Sauber. Is anyone in this top 10 going to pit here early on? No, I don't think anyone's close to pitting, really. I'll have a look at the last laps when they cross the start-finish line here. Is this Alpine going to hold us up? No, he's quite well behaved there. Kinga, what place are you in the drivers and constructors? We are second in the drivers. Daniel Rick is about 80-odd points behind Bottas, so it's unlikely we can do anything on that. But we're only 60-odd points behind Mercedes in the constructors. So they're P1, we're P2. So we can get a car or both cars ahead of them in this one. We will close that gap even more. But Lawson quite a bit off at the moment, so we'll have to see on that one. I think we're kind of relying on Daniel Ricciardo to try to win this race, which is going to be quite difficult. His Mercedes are pacey, especially when Bottas tries to push a bit. But we're kind of in the McLaren versus Max Red Bull area. We've got more chance of the constructors. The Drivers' Championship, a bit of a long shot. Constructors would be amazing. Yeah, it would indeed. My target was always 2026 to battle for both championships, so yeah, we weren't expecting it this year. But Ricciardo, that was a long way back, and he's not going to make the move there.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
So Lawson only took a 10th out of Piastri. Took about half a second out of Hamilton. And was going slower than the leaders. So that's not great, is it, Lawson? Doesn't bode well for him to potentially get involved in this top 3. Potentially 4th. I think potentially 4th is the maximum result now for Lawson. Here we go then. Lap 30 out of 56. More than halfway through this one. We're now looking at lap 38 for Ricciardo and lap 41 for Lawson.
Keep your head down.
What's Russell's tyres now? 54% still, so Ricciardo is going to pit later than these. Although I half wonder if an undercut might work. Although we quickly reined Russell in after his undercut, didn't we? Yeah, I think... I just want to have a look if we... So we've got a second set of mediums.
That's okay.
It's 28, 29 there. That would be lap 36. Yeah, so we have got the option of that. It'd be a couple of laps earlier and going to the mediums. We want to try an undercut. As Bottas getting held up by Dragovic, by all people. Dragovic gets out of the way for Bottas. Is he going to get out of the way for us? He is. Is he going to hold Russell up? No, he gets out of the way of Russell nicely as well. Gasly's got a mechanical fault. Quite a few mechanical faults. Getting towards the end of the season now, so a lot of teams are running parts that are getting worn.
At the moment you're P2, and in front of you is Bottas.
What's not helping Lawson is Piastri and Hamilton are swapping DRS, so that's just giving them a little bit of extra pace across the lap, plus a tow. Whereas Lawson in clean air, the DRS and tow is so strong in this game, so you just lose out if you're not in that.
Copy.
Let Lawson go for a little bit of an aggressive push.
Got the margin to push.
Leclerc is into the top 10,
Okay,
but he's going to have to stop again very soon. Let's see if Lawson can close this gap a bit. Ricciardo's got a bit of fuel to burn, but we'll leave that for later if we need to catch up. At the moment, we don't really need to burn fuel whilst we're sitting behind these. If we stopped 22 seconds, we would come out of in front of Norris. And it'd be a good gap, 7-second gap to our teammate. So there is a nice gap to pit into. Just whether we want to go for that undercut or not. And Russell having a look on Ricciardo. So yeah, it'd be lap 36 if we wanted to do it. If not, it's lap 38 and onto the softs. Last lap now, 37.7. So yeah, half a second out of Piastri. So Lawson's starting to go a little bit quicker. Leclerc does stop for that second stop. Yeah, gap down to 5 seconds now for Lawson. So he's coming back to Hamilton and Piastri.
Yep, I got you.
Another yellow flag.
Update on liftoff. We do require fuel liftoff.
Yeah, copy that.
And Ricciardo's just lost out on the DRS there, and Russell is going to overtake us. Who's had an accident? Hamilton. Ooh, Hamilton and Piastri. Ahead of Liam Lawson, of course. Oh dear.
Damn it, that was a big hit.
Oh dear, Lewis. Where is Lawson in all of this? He must be very close to them now. 2.3 seconds.
Keep the head down. We have a Ferrari behind us.
Hamilton's tyres have been wrecked because of that as well. Piastri has got 5% tyres. And Lawson is past Piastri, so... And he's got a puncture now, Piastri. Absolute nightmare. Lewis has got a penalty, so Lawson has effectively got P4. Piastri puncture. Absolute nightmare for the Australian, who has been taken out by Hamilton and got a puncture, and he's going to fall down the order. Hamilton's now going to serve his penalty and have to replace a front wing.
He's in this lap.
So Lawson... P4 is his, but he's 15 seconds off the top 3, so I don't think he can go any further than that. Unless, of course, the two Mercedes want to take each other out. Got another yellow flag. Bottas is 2.3 seconds up the road.
Keep the head down.
I think we need to use this pace with Ricciardo now.
We're good on tires. And a reminder, overtake.
King Lawson will definitely get a podium after that. Not quite a podium, but he should get 4th place now. So Lewis has really opened the door for 4th place for Lawson. He's got, as Ricciardo, hopefully past George Russell here. And let's push back up to Bottas. Yeah, Lawson's got 11 seconds on Norris, so he's quite comfortable in 4th there. With that 11-second lead, yeah, they've got to get 7 seconds. I was thinking if the Mercs pit, we could use Lawson to try and hold them up, but they'll come out 7 seconds behind him at this stage, so I don't think that'll quite work. As Bottas stops now. That is very early, so he will not be going on to the softs. Van Dorn's got a mechanical fault. See this pit stop. It's a nice stop, unfortunately. And Russell is trying to challenge Ricciardo again. But Ricciardo doesn't allow it. So Bottas is in. There is Lawson, but he'll find that nice gap that we were talking about. He's on the hards, though. Interesting. Bottas on the hards till the end. He's got, what, 22 laps to do on those, so I don't think we jump onto the... I think maybe we go back to the other strategy now. I think we go back to this. Extend this stint. And finish on the soft. Because we'll be undercut anyway by Bottas, so we might as well try and get a much quicker tyre on us. Russell's still very much staying with us, though. Russell's going to stop as well. Will Russell go on the hards? He won't be able to go on the softs. Too early, I feel. So it's going to be mediums or hard for Russell as well. As I think it's Gasly in front of us, who's got the blue flag. You viewed, sorry, missed your message there. Maybe George will slip on Bottas Ghosty and they'll both be out of the race. That would be very nice. If those two Mercs collided, yes, that would be absolute scenes for us. Because what would that be? A 43-point gain if Lawson got second place? Plus the fastest lap, 44 points would gain.
Okay, understood.
As he gets out of the way nicely, does he want to hold George up? Yes, he does. Yes, you do, Gazzy. Yes, you do want to hold George up. Oh, hello. Alright, Ricciardo, we can't push much more than that on those tyres, as much as we'd like to.
Focus on cooling down those rear tyres.
Okay.
So Lawson just plods along now. He's sort of in no man's world, in no man's land in his race. Although Bottas 3.5 behind him now. So
No
perhaps we
concern
could
on
try
tyre
some
wear.
holding up. He's got 10 seconds spare on Lando as Lawson, so I think he would be safe in fourth. Surely Russell's going to pit at the end of this lap. We want to get to lap 38 as Lewis Hamilton steals the fastest lap off Danny Rick. Danny Rick will be on the softs at the end. He'll be one of the last to pit, so I think we could go for a push lap and get that fastest lap as well. And Russell has gone to light on his tyres, surely, because he's dropped 3 seconds off the pace. Bottas 3 seconds behind Lawson. Bottas has took 4% out of his hard, so he probably is just on standard, maybe on aggressive. I don't think he's full on attack. But Lawson's not due to stop for another 6 laps, so Bottas will catch him.
Sorry, we need a bit more lift off where you can.
Understood.
Alright, we just forward on as we've got a bit of a gap here. Russell didn't stop. Russell down to 32%. Yeah, he's really conserving his tyres though. That's costing Russell. Losing a lot of time. Surely he's going to be in the end of this lap. Lost 5 seconds nearly now to Ricciardo. Yeah, Russell does stop now. Right, Bottas is 2 seconds off Lawson. Bottas is 18 seconds off the lead. So at the moment, Bottas would have a 4-second lead once Danny Rick stops. So that's, of course, the issue we've got. Probably what we want to do with Danny Rick is cover off Russell. Not let Russell undercut us. Stop at the end of this next lap. Russell, yeah, it's 24 seconds off, so yeah, we have got to be mindful, but I think Ricciardo can cover that off. Right, Lawson.
Overtake is available. Overtake available.
Copy.
Just focus on that management.
Copy.
In general, if you can introduce some lift off.
Copy.
Bottas is going to be streaming past us here. Unless we can use this battery. Is he on always defend? He is. Is Bottas going to go for the move?
Just
No.
off the RS this time.
Yeah, copy.
Right, let's really just try and hold him up through these
Keep it
corners.
sensible on the tyre.
Copy.
I'm just trying to frustrate Bottas, even if it's for a few corners here. to give our teammate Danny Rick every chance of taking this win. Actually, we do want to make that stop. And there goes Bottas. He's had enough of that.
Box confirmed.
Good to push up.
Oh, and he gets the DRS. That's frustrating.
Focus on the race ahead.
He got the move.
So car behind is Russell.
And he'll get DRS on Magnussen as well as K-Mag. K-Mag should get out of the way before that, actually, won't he? Yeah. Oh, and K-Mag's going to block off Lawson, is he? Yeah. Lawson's 1.3 behind. Don't think Lawson will be able to get back to him there, really.
Don't worry.
We should just have the margin on Russell, but we're going to have a clean stop. I don't think Lawson can get back to Bottas now. I think Bottas is going to be up the road now. Right, Ricciardo is coming in. Although Lawson is closing back on Bottas. Right, here we go then. Danny Rick, we need a nice clean stop. Piastri's fault is getting worse, but his race has been wrecked anyway from Hamilton. Here we go then. Please, pit crew, keep it clean here. We're going to lose the lead of the race. We want to be ahead of Russell though. That's what's critical. No, slow front left. Oh, that's glitched out as well. The tyres in midair. 4 seconds. This could cost us to Russell now.
Alrighty.
That could be very costly.
Sorry for that. Reminder, throttle on pit exit.
We're just ahead of him, but Russell is going to be all over us here, I'd imagine. Let's attack, just to get some temps in. So we're 8 seconds off the lead.
Russell behind us.
And
Russell 1.4. 18 laps to go.
Russell is going to get the DRS of Ricciardo here. Lawson, though, is back into the DRS of Bottas. Can we make the move here? On Valtteri Bottas.
So Bottas ahead.
You can indeed. So Lawson is back ahead of Bottas. And we'll just try to slow him up a little bit here.
Copy.
The gap is 8 seconds to Ricciardo. We need Ricciardo to get his tyres up to temp. Russell all over the back of Ricciardo, though. But you really just don't want to be battling with Russell. Russell is on the hards as well, though. And here we go. Lawson just frustrating Bottas through this series of corners.
Good tire management.
Yeah, copy that.
And Bottas will have DRS again. But the gap has dropped to 7 seconds with the hold-up job that Lawson's doing there.
Has DRS. You can pick up the pace a little bit for the moment. So pick up the pace, pick up the pace.
And Russell sets the fastest lap of the race, so he's really pushing.
Yeah, copy.
I really don't want Russell pushing. Ricciardo hasn't got the tyre life for it.
Manage your tires.
Confirm.
But the gap has dropped to 6 seconds there.
Okay, so it's closing up a little bit.
Can we stay with Bottas here again?
Use your tools.
Lawson's going to pit next lap. And are we too far behind this time?
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Straight to lift off.
Copy.
Lawson then. Well, Bottas though might hold in it here this time. We're not using any batteries, so it's going to be difficult. Russell is past Ricciardo, but Russell is pushing. I can't afford to burn my softs up. Kingo, you should have much better tyres, so hopefully Daniel takes back the lead. Yes, it's, what, 6 seconds? It's going to be tight.
Come on,
Another
mate.
idea for my team, Callie. What about Monarch Racing or Team Monarch after the airline? Could
was
even
good.
rock those collars.
So it's currently P3.
Yeah, potentially. Will we get DRS? We might have just been outside of the DRS detection there. I think Bottas is going to get it on the back marker. We did just get it, but
Come on, mate.
let's bring Lawson in now.
Okay, recharge on.
Okay.
Lawson's done his work for the day.
Okay, so box and pick and put.
And Ricciardo continues to battle with Russell then. They're 5 seconds off Bottas. Bottas down to 81%. Russell looking good on those hards though, at 87%. Verstappen in the pits.
Currently P3.
Hamilton, I think, is going to undercut Lawson, but the tyre margin is going to be 21% for Lawson, so I think that's going to be absolutely fine. And Hamilton's still struggling with a issue. Sainz's fault is getting worse. As Ricciardo is trying to get past a kick Sauber. Gets out his way eventually, but didn't get in the way of George there. Ricciardo is about 8 seconds off the lead, 7 seconds off the lead, sorry. Damien, thanks for the follow, much appreciated, buddy. There's plenty of work to do here for Ricciardo. Just got to see how it goes with these tyres. So Lawson now pits. As I say, he may well be undercut by Lewis Hamilton, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. Bottas setting the fastest lap of the race, so he's having a little bit of a push. Russell may well make the move again on Ricciardo here. Let's just watch this final stop. 2.6, not the greatest, but we'll take that. Damien, thanks for the follow. Said that one. Killian, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. But yeah, is Hamilton... No, I don't think he is going to undercut us, actually. No, not even close. So that's fine. So, yeah, Lawson's going to have a pretty boring race till the back then. Till the end, sorry. But it should be P4 secured. Unless we get some major drama out front.
Okay, so car behind is Hamilton. Gap behind 8.3.
Was that Gazman or Stroll? I think that was
Increase.
Gasly, because we're past Stroll now as well. We're past Magnussen as well. Right, Russell back past Ricciardo. Just need to work together, really, but Russell's job probably is to hold us up. But we want to close that gap to Bottas. We've got better tyre life than both those two who are on the hard, so if they continue to use up their tyres, we could probably lean on our softs closer to the end. But let's just hope they're taking up too much tyre life early on here. What we don't want is this DRS gap.
Only can use the deploy.
Yep, understood.
It looks like George is having a bit of a push in himself now.
Okay, understood.
Yep, and he sets the fastest lap, so certainly he's having a push. Just to be mindful of our tyres, we don't want them to jump off that trajectory. Just got to stay in that DRS. Nearly there. Come on, Danny Rick. Traffic-wise, what have we got coming up here? So yeah, it was Gasly actually we got past. Yeah, Gasly. Got Stroll next. And then a little gap to Hulkenberg. Got a yellow flag here.
Okay, head down, no problem.
Lots of yellow flags, but no safeties or virtuals. Got another crash though.
Be careful there.
Orlando. Oh, he's trying to lap an Alpine. Orlando. I've not seen that before. Orlando's got some sus breathing going on in there, but that was... those Alpines don't like getting out of the way. I've said that before. And, yeah. I think that was Drugovic. He's got damage. And Stroll. Is he going to get out of our way here? And George just picked up DRS off him, and we didn't get any off the back marker off... Russell, sorry, got DRS. And we didn't get any, so we've dropped 1.7 back there. And we can't really push too much more than this, so we're going to have to ease off.
Take it easy.
Dragovic gets the penalty,
Okay.
although he was the one rear-ended. Of course, he's the back marker. He should have been getting out of the way there. 13 laps to go then. And, well, we've just dropped our DRS. But we'll see whether we can push back into that.
Russell 1.6 now. So we just have to...
12 laps to go. We're 3 seconds off the lead. And we've got to hope these Mercedes start to squabble.
Understood.
And we can pick up the pieces. So if these Mercedes crashed out, absolute fiends that would be for us. Yeah, look at what's going on the grid here. We've got penalties, we've got mechanical faults, we've got damage to Norris now, damage to Hamilton. Norris, quite significant damage, so is that going to keep him in the points with 12 laps to go? Looks like he is going to pit. And say I thought he hadn't pit, but he hadn't actually made it around yet, so he has to pit. So the McLaren's awful luck today. Piastri hit from behind and is now in 13th. Lando hitting a back marker from behind, and he looks like he might be dropping out of the points as well. So that's going to be a front wing change as we see it there. Although he should be pretty good to, you'd hopefully see him. Oh, he's still in 10th, so we're close to. So he probably maybe work his way back up to the points there. His damage is cleared.
Yeah, everything's pretty stable at the moment.
But yeah, Piastri, no chance of points. Norris is 6 seconds off the points, so he may be able to worm his way back to the points. Lawson's got cold
Tyres on the
tyres,
cool
so...
side. Do your best on tyre warming. Just try to work the tyres as best you can.
I want to just wait and see if Norris pushes for a faster slap. Is Piastri going to have to retire?
Lost the gearbox.
Piastri's lost the gearbox. Is he going to get the car to the pits? This could be a safety car if he doesn't. That would mix things up. We're 2 seconds off the lead. Those two Mercedes are battling each other.
Head back down, we stay in the rhythm.
I only need to get back up to them now so we can start to top up our fuel. Start to prepare for a bit of a last lap battle.
You can reduce liftoff.
Okay.
Where is Piastri? Piastri is trundling home though. Still 1.5 off. Doesn't help. These Mercedes keep swapping DRS, just helping them keep that gap. But we are closing now with the tow. Used a bit of battery there. Come on, Danny Rick. Need to just get into the DRS. That can help us conserve a bit of tyre and battery for the last few laps. Can't quite do it. That's looking closer though. That's looking a lot closer. Alright, let's go there.
Charge on.
Okay.
Keep up the liftoff. You're doing a very good job.
Understood.
We should get DRS there. So Piastri is going to make it back to the pits. But he is retiring. So a miserable day for McLaren continues. We do get DRS, so I just want to try and top up some battery now. Try and get a good level of battery while staying in this DRS. I want to go for the fastest lap. But it will probably be with Lawson if Ricciardo's tied up in amongst this. But I'm just waiting to see if Norris is going to set the fastest lap because he's on fresh softs and I don't think anyone else will pit now. So if Norris doesn't take the fastest lap, we'll have a good chance of it.
And in front of you is Bottas.
But Russell has got it at the moment, so it takes the point off him, and of course gives it to us in this fight for the constructors.
Head down. On a bit of liftoff while you can, it will help you.
Yep.
Right, we can conserve a bit of fuel here as well, just while we're taking the DRS. I'm not too bothered about making moves here at the moment.
Now we focus on the pace.
Okay.
At the moment, I'm just focusing on building some fuel for a push and topping up the battery, a full battery. Same tyre life, but of course they're on harder tyres, so we should have better grip at the moment. But yeah, at the moment they're taking 25 points, 18, so they're taking what, 43 plus the bonus points, so 44 points, and we're taking 27, so they've gained 17 on us at the moment.
So we keep focusing on
Well,
the
they
pace.
extend 17 on us, should I say. But this is key. If we want to keep this Constructors going, we probably need Ricciardo to win this race and for Lawson to take the fastest lap. But if Ricciardo can just stay with these guys, top this battery up. That'll be key for us. Lawson 20 seconds off the pace. He's nearly got a pit stop to Hamilton, so he could very much just nail the fastest lap by stopping again. He has got another fresh set of softs. Looks like the Haas is doing some holding up here of the Grand New show, but it will give Valtteri some DRS.
Oh, we can cancel liftoff.
Understood.
We just need to be mindful. We nearly lost the DRS there, or the second gap, not the actual DRS, because we had DRS, but want to keep in under a second to Russell. Ooh, are they having a little bit of a push? It's nearly extended, isn't it?
You're right, Dan. Overtake available.
I have to use a bit of that battery that we're topping up because I think it didn't help there because Bottas got DRS off the back marker.
Charge on.
Okay.
Hopefully they squabble into this first corner, which will just bring us a little bit closer. Yeah, we're back there. We're back there. Bottas. Russell leads then. Bottas second. Their tyre life very similar. Exact now. And Ricciardo P3. In terms of traffic, oh, we've got a big gaggle of cars. We've got Perez, Theo Porcher and Hulkenberg coming up, and they're actually lapping Van Dorn's. We've got 4 cars coming up here. So we just got to try and navigate that traffic and not lose touch with these Mercedes. 8 laps to go. Gally going to sign Maldonado next season. Not a chance, not a chance. God, could you imagine? He might outdo Mick Schumacher from season 1. Right, Bottas, is he going to make the move on Russell? Looks like he's trying to.
Really focus on cooling tyres.
Copy that.
Lawson, I think we can stop again.
Yeah,
Got such a gap to Hamilton. He might come out behind him, but he'd be able to take him easy with the tyre delta. So we might as well go for a push with Lawson, see if he can build this gap to 22 seconds. And then he's got a pit stop gap to Hamilton. And the Mercedes. Oh,
Okay, head down.
what's happened there? Russell's got bogged down behind Van Dorn, I think. And he's still behind him. I told you about these Alpines. They don't like giving up position, even when they're 2 laps down.
Nice.
And Russell lost out big
Let's see
time
what
there.
happened there. So we're heading now into turn 5.
Look at this.
And they squeezed by.
Yeah, got bogged down behind the Alpine, and the door was just wide open for Ricciardo. I'm going to pit Lawson at the end of this lap. I should guarantee that we're going to get the
and pick a turn, please.
fastest lap.
Copy, box.
F1 Manager career mode, hello! Kinga, wow, the Alpines don't want to give up. They don't. The Alpines will fight anyone, as I say, even when they're 2 laps down. Ricciardo then, for the lead of the race here on Valtteri Bottas. Trying. And don't forget, we're topping up this whole time, so we're getting very good battery back.
Gotcha.
We do just lose out there, but as I say, it's not critical to take the lead at the moment. It's not our plan. I mean, better for you. Yeah, it was worked in our advantage there, but the Alpines have definitely held us up before as well. What's it like this game? I played the F1 version, not tried this. If you like Formula 1 and you like manager games, then I would say it's the game for you. But yeah, I find it enjoyable. Here we go then, Ricciardo for the lead. And again, Bottas just holding on to it. Holding firm. Lawson's in for that pit stop. So Lawson will get those tyres up to temp and then he'll be going for a fastest lap. Let's make sure Ricciardo is going to stay with Bottas here. Slow stop though. That's not ideal when we're trying to come out ahead of Hamilton. Is Bottas pushing here? Will he get DRS as well?
Oh dear, that's not a good stop.
Yeah, this is going to be close with Lewis.
It will be close.
Yeah, he's passed us. That slow stop has cost us.
P5. The car ahead is Hamilton.
Things will be absolutely fine because the tyre difference and Lewis got damaged, so you know it should be easy work to get past him, but not ideal. Now we're in amongst this traffic of Perez in 13th, Teo Portier and Hulkenberg. Oh, the RB, get out of the way! Get out of the way! No, this is where it goes wrong. That RB is not getting out of the way. We've lost the DRS to Bottas. And Russell's going to be all over us here. That's so frustrating. Russell's going to have us here. All right, we need Bottas to get held up now, like we just were.
6 more laps.
Yep, understood.
Oh, we're forced out wide as well. It's going all wrong here.
You focus on your race.
Russell overtakes Ricciardo and got his elbows out. Yeah, we're forced really wide, and Bottas has been able to get such a nice lead through that phase. Can this Williams hold him up a little bit? Not that much. No, that has not been ideal at all. So Bottas now has a 2.5 second gap. We're not even past these two back markers either, so it really has just opened up for Bottas there. Lawson is past Hamilton, and Verstappen's past Hamilton as well. So when Lawson starts his next lap, as Ricciardo has a look, looks like Van Dorn might be retiring here. But Bottas has got a 3-second lead here. Oh, that's very frustrating with those back markers. How is Bottas still cooking? He's doing big things. And he's on his way to win this one. I think we need to try and get past George here, because George seems to not have the pace now.
Okay, understood.
We will not need liftoff.
Right, we've got DRS, but it's now nearly 4 seconds to Bottas.
Okay, to pick up the pace. Okay, good job.
Less of a lift.
Copy. 5 more laps.
Right, 2.7 to Bottas. We've got to try and rein him in again now.
So recharge on for the moment.
Just checking where Lawson's going to start his lap. Lawson is going to encounter some traffic himself. Van Dorn has retired. He got back to the pits though.
Press and hold the overtake.
Lawson's going for his fastest lap attempt. Right, this is now the Haas we need to get past, but we should have got DRS, I believe, this time. Yes, we do, so that helps. That helps a little bit. He has PTSD from the 2021s. 1.6 to Bottas, so we're reining him back in. But we are having to use some of our tyre life, which we didn't want to do this early on.
We have to protect those tires.
We do have to protect
Okay,
them.
understood.
Yeah, Hamlin is right. We need to protect them. But we also need to get to Bottas's DRS here.
Let's go for a push.
Lawson's not gone purple, you know. Oh, he's got traffic as well. It's not going to be great, is it, for our fastest lap attempt?
Russell behind us.
Ricciardo, 1.2 off Bottas.
Okay, head down, no problem.
We're trying to get back to him. We're trying to get back to the man from Finland. The
Understood.
World Championship leader, certainly on his way to his World Championship, his first World Championship. Has Lawson got traffic here? He looks to be alright, but he's not setting purple, so I don't know if this is going to be a fastest lap off Russell or not. Ricciardo's just about there. And Lawson does set the fastest lap.
Okay, keep it clean. Focus on the pace.
So, job done from Lawson now.
That was a purple lap.
Kinga, how many laps we've got? 4 laps.
Just keep looking after your tires.
And we've got Danny Rick trying to make the move here.
Could
On
you just
Valtteri
introduce
Bottas.
3 seconds of liftoff around the lap.
3 seconds of liftoff, GP. Calm yourself down.
Charge on, charge on.
Understood.
Well, Ricciardo takes the lead. We kind of didn't want the lead just yet. 43%. We've got to make these tyres last. It's going to be touch and go if they do.
We need a little bit more lift off if you can, please. We need a little bit more.
Understood.
We're slowing it down a bit here because we need to save. Need to save a bit of fuel. Need a better battery to be able to attack on this final lap. So 3 laps to go now.
3 to go.
Okay, understood.
Bottas should make his way back past us, but we want to stay with him across this lap.
Yep. This is my pace.
We can't let him get away here, Danny Rick. How are the affiliates going? Been a while since you showed them. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. It's not been the biggest of gains, though. Arvid Lindblad is the one I'd like to improve.
Okay.
Oh, Bottas is really just going... He got that back markers out of the way, is he?
You've got everything. You've got everything. Press on
Is
the
this
hold
Williams out of the
available.
way? Did Bottas get DRS off him? We will definitely get DRS off the Williams. No, he didn't. That's nice. That's very nice.
Charge on and box now.
We're not boxing, Pierre Hamlin. Calm down. There should be a Grand Prix in Finland. I think Africa's the next one, isn't it? South Africa. From what I hear. Ricciardo then takes back Bottas, but as I say, not really too bothered about taking it back here.
Looking after your tires. You did a very good job.
You keep the tyres in good condition. They're getting very close, these two. Russell is 5 seconds off the pace now, so Russell is certainly out of contention. Ricciardo needs to stay in this DRS.
So we
Be
just
2
have
laps to go once
get
we
ready.
cross this line.
Give us a bit more lift off, please.
We have DRS. Don't particularly want to make the move here, though.
Charge on.
Okay, understood.
But we do.
2 more laps.
We're just going to slow it down through here.
Good job.
Just trying to slow it down. Bottas is, of course, going to get the DRS. What we don't want is him to make the overtake here, basically, which he's looking to do. That's fine. That's fine. He'll still get past us here. But we've got a good bit of battery back there. MMD, thanks for the follow. Photo finish. Yes, looking that way. It's looking that way.
Bottas in your DRS.
Bottas back past us.
Charge on.
It's going to come down to this final lap.
Okay. Alrighty.
Head back down, we stay in the rhythm.
Bottas, he's not really pushing just yet. I need to keep in this DRS. Pushing to 6 tenths, 7
And in
tenths.
front of you is Bottas. We just keep the head down.
Right, here we go. Final
just so
lap.
we can, okay?
We've got DRS.
Just manage your tires, please.
Okay.
Now we need everything here.
Stop the lift off turn 1, please.
Final lap of the race.
Let's lift off, please. Next lap, last lap.
Come on, Danny Rick.
I'll leave you in your race
Keep
now.
this constructors battle going.
And we can push on tires.
Right, we're going to deploy off it. Oh no, is Valtteri Bottas going to get DRS off the Alpine? That would be awful news for us here. I think he might, you know, it looks close for a second. No, he doesn't. Danny Rick has got DRS. Bottas hasn't. What is this Alpine going to do, though? Because they are reckless. We are past Valtteri Bottas. Is Bottas going to be able to fight it back? What is this Alpine going to do? What is this Alpine going to do? He's out of the way of us.
Okay, understood.
He's not getting out of the way of Valtteri Bottas. Of course he's not. Danny Rick is through.
Give us more lift
It's
off,
looking
please.
good. I don't think Bottas can do anything. He can't even get past the Alpine. Daniel Ricciardo has been patient all race long. And Mercedes are going to finish 2 and 3. Danny Rick has done enough to stay with those Mercedes as he rounds the final corner. And Daniel Ricciardo wins in COTA. It's Bottas second.
Understood.
Russell 7 seconds back in the end in third. And Lawson fourth. And Danny Rick's happy. That's okay. We are legends over here, Danny Rick. You know it. We know it.
Switch off the car completely when you stop, please.
Danny Rick wins it. And as I say, Lawson, best of the rest really, couldn't compete with the top 3. But even with a third stop, miles ahead of Hamilton, takes the fastest lap as well. So Lawson comes home P4. So 12 points plus the fastest lap point. So 13 points for Lawson. And W Alpine. Yeah, those Alpines, they're funny. They're funny. A lot of the cars don't go the other way, but for some reason it's always those Alpines. I think because they're so slow in our 2025 season. They just get in the way. Yes, well done, Danny Rick. Yeah, likes for the video, likes for the stream, should I say. Yeah, likes on the stream for Danny Rick. I think he deserves that. And what a race in the end. And we're not done. We're going to do another. We're going to do another tonight. We're doubling it up tonight. I say last stream until I'm having a Christmas break, and I'll be back in January. But we're going to do another race this evening.
Truly excellent win with everything working together for the team. And
Not sure if there's a viable location in Finland without investment. No, it'd be difficult. We're also selling the tickets, selling it out, making the money. I say bring back Sepang in Malaysia. Yeah. One of my favourite tracks you viewed, Sepang. I think it's because when I growing up, I was always used to Australia first, then we were off to Sepang. But it is a good track, and it'd be a good track for overtaking. No, it's got long straights. It's got that lovely winding right-hander, turn 1 into the left-hander. I do love Sepang. Bottas needs to crash into the Alpine. Yeah, that would have been nice. So in terms of the Drivers' Championship, we do take some points. Santa Russell's face. What's going on there?
How do you think they'll be feeling in the
Team Lotus are happy. All right, let's see what happened here then. So Daniel Ricciardo up 2 and wins the race then. Valtteri Bottas finished where he started in P2. George Russell up 1 to 3rd. Liam Lawson dropped 3, but although he was on pole, that was really because he got a massive toe off Daniel Ricciardo, so it wasn't a legitimate pole, so to speak. We knew that wasn't the pace we did actually have. But I was surprised we beat the Mercedes. I thought it was going to be difficult. Lewis Hamilton finishes 5th, even with that penalty, and absolutely toe-punting Piastri effectively out of the race. Max Verstappen 6th, and Leclerc did get back up to the points in a good haul of points at the end. Finished 7th, so up 6th in the end. Lando Norris 8th, Fernando Alonso 9th, and Yuki Tsunoda, RB, have gone all season with no points, and I think Yuki's free on the bounce of point scoring finishes. I think he got an 8th place, and the last 2 races he's finished 10th two 10th places consecutively. And Liam Lawson take the fastest lap. And as we saw, Oscar Piastri retired thanks to that incident earlier, well, halfway through to the later part of the race with Hamilton. Drivers' Championship. So it was a sprint weekend that Valtteri Bottas won and George Russell finished second. So with all of those points taken into account, it's all square in terms of Daniel Ricciardo and Bottas. As I say, the gap is too big really now. It's 87 points, I think that is. My quick maths are correct. So yeah, I think it's going to be too big. There's only 5 races to go, 2 sprints. So unless Bottas would probably need 2 to 3 retirements to make that viable. Oscar Piastri only takes 5 points. So actually, Liam Lawson taking 19 has got a chance to get up to 3rd now, although still very close with George Russell. So it looks like a battle for 3rd between Oscar Piastri, Lawson and George. It looks like Valtteri will win it. Daniel will finish 2nd. Max Verstappen 6th. Lewis Hamilton moves up to 7th. Lando Norris down 1. Leclerc in 9th. So Hamilton is winning that first teammate battle with Charles Leclerc. Carlos Sainz 10th, and the rest of the points so far, Fernando Alonso in 11th. He's got 49 of Aston Martin's 50 points, with K-Mag hitting 1. That's a bit embarrassing for K-Mag. Yuki Tsunoda, as I say, 3 points scoring finishes in a row now. So he's up to 6 points. Esteban Ocon has 2 for Williams, 1 for K-Mag, 1 for Perez, and 1 for Gasly. Lucas, have you decided to keep Danny yet? I haven't decided. See, I think he deserves to be kept, but we've got a championship winning car next year, and he's getting older. Is he the right man to lead us to glory? I don't know. I would kind of love to get Oscar Piastri in the car, but it would feel a bit harsh on Danny Rick. I'll probably put a community vote out on YouTube and see what comes back. Yeah, Eddie Irvine's final career win in Malaysia, I remember as well. Schumacher helped him hugely in 99, but yeah, Hakkinen won it by 2 points that year. 4 men looking at it down under in the top 4. Yeah. So constructors, so Mercedes do extend by virtue of that sprint race really, which helped them, but only by 3 points. So the gap is, 69 points? Yeah, 69 points. So the constructors is still very much alive, I'd say, and it looks like we're nailed on for 2nd place now. McLaren 3rd, they look like they're going to keep 3rd place, and there's a battle for 4th between Ferrari, who jump Red Bull by 5 points, so just 5 points between them. Aston Martin 6th, that's their own, and RB, now with those points from Yuki, looking like they may finish 7th. Williams at 8th for 3 points, Kix Sauber have 1 point in 9th, Haas 10th, and Alpine 11th, yet to score. But yeah, Drivers' Championship, I mean, where is Max after winning the championship last year? That Red Bull has been awful this year. I wonder if they're fully focused on 2026. Maybe Red Bull will come back next year, but he's nearly 200 points off the championship leader, is Max Verstappen. I would sign Carlos Sainz or Lando Norris. I know, but when we look at Lando Norris this year, look at Oscar Piastri, 234 points. He's dominating Lando, so I feel Oscar might be the driver to go for if you're going for anyone from McLaren this year. We do something in the fastest pit stop as well. We got 8 points there, so what are we saying here? Did we get 2 in there? We got 2, sorry, I missed it. Danny Rick and Liam Lawson, we got 20 points. That's probably our best ever score in the fastest pit stops. And we remain 9th, but we're closing in on Kix Sauber, so we might be able to achieve 8th in that. Lucas, are you going to do another race? I am going to do another race. We are doing another race in today's stream. So, yeah, we may. I think we finished 10th last year in this, so looking like 9th at least, but that's quite good to see. It doesn't really matter to me, but at least we are making some progress with the pit stops. And we hit our race bonuses as well, which is very nice indeed. Right, okay, so we've got now. Let me just save this just in case we jump into any issues. Right, what have we got here? So we're back up to 7 million. I do need to be cautious of the cost cap and that we might need to buy another engine. And failed underfloor. And we've got a failed front wing. So what have we got in the warehouse? We've got 5 chassis, 3 front wings, 4 rear wings, 4 side pods, 4 underfloors, 4 suspensions. So front wings were running low. So we could probably just manufacture Another couple of them. Hopefully that'll get us to the end of the season. Wow, Horner squeaky bum time. If that was real, it would be so much worse for Red Bull. Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen to Red Bull next year. It's going to be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see what happens with Red Bull. But I don't know about 2026 for them because, you know, I know they've brought a lot of good people in terms of this engine development, but I just think that might take some time on that front. So they're not competitive in 2025. Of course, George Russell and Kimi Antonelli, their deals expire in 2025 with Mercedes. I don't think Max to Mercedes is out of the realms of possibility. Right, so we had a new research project open up. So we are fully on research. We have been since Miami. We've not done one design since Miami, which is what race is Miami? Miami is it 6th race of the season? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6th race of the season. We've not done any design on this car since the 6th race of the season. So I'm hoping this research is going to pay off next year. Right, what do we need to do here? We've done 3 research on the chassis, done 3 on the rear. I would like to do as many as I can on the underfloor. Next ATR period is next season. Okay, we'll go heavy then on this. I'll do 3 more research projects for the rest of the season. And we'll go quite heavy on these. All right, we'll go for that. 1 engineer, and that's going to cost us $1 million. Lance Stroll, how's it going, buddy? Are you gonna, during the first season, always manage to hire the best staff for next season? Yeah, there was a glitch that allowed that. That's sort of how I think I might have been able to get some because they were out of contract, which I don't think was meant to happen. Petition for Mexican GP. Hello, Callie. I won the race with Aston in Monza in 2024. It was Stroll. Good work, Lance Stroll, on hard level. Good stuff. Are you going to watch I'm a Celebrity tonight? I'm not, no. If anything, Max is going to join Aston for 2026 because they have Nui and Honda powertrains. Potentially, but I think he'll be waiting to see what happens on that. Fernando driving as well. Are you going to watch I'm a Celebrity tonight? I'm going to watch Celebrity tonight. I'm not. I am here tonight. All 3 Ferrari car staff were out of contract for me, so I signed them. Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, similar over here. You viewed so Chuck and McLaren finally won a Constructors Championship 24. Oh yes, me too. I was buzzing for that. It was very, very squeaky bum time though. In terms of that, when Piastri was taken out by Max, and then Charles was up to 8th within a matter of laps. It was. Yeah, it was worrying whether it's going to happen, but no, we secured it. I look forward to next year. Yeah, so that research project is underway. We've only got 4 days till next show, so that's probably going to be all that we do in this little break. And we'll have a bit of a chill time though, because I do go through the practice session, so I can engage a bit more in the chat while we go through practice. Driver development updates. Here we go then. So, not much then. Lawson is remaining 81. Ricciardo was 82. He's gone down to 81. But the big thing between these 2 drivers is when we see the smoothness. So, Danny Rick at 85. Lawson 75. The rest here, cornering, braking, control. Lawson all in favour, but it's the smoothness. Danny Rick can manage that tyre, which is so critical on this game, especially how I play the game. Adaptability similar. Overtaking is better by Danny Rick, but not too much in it. His defending is a lot better as well, but then reactions to Lawson and accuracy. But yeah, the biggest 2 there is probably defending and smoothness to Danny Rick. Affiliates, these are the 2 sort of AI ones we started with, so we probably will get rid of them at some point. But the ones that we've brought in, Arvid Lindblad is up to 65 overall. His defending is increasing. And Franco Colapinto is going up as well. And then we also have Aurelia Nobles, a very young driver who's increasing as well. So all good on that front. I support the greatest team ever, Williams. Yeah, Williams are a good historic team. Good work there, Lucas. Beefy. Kinga, I support McLaren. Yeah, McLaren is my team as well. Right. Race targets. Then actually, let's just have a look at the car analysis, shall we? Not that. Car analysis. Yeah, so we're definitely dropping down because we're not designing the car. So 4th, 7th, 4th. So what does it say we are expected? It says we're not ranked first though. That is not accurate. How can we be ranked first when we're only first on DRS effectiveness and total weight? So that is inaccurate. Let's have a little look at Mr. Bottas, shall we? Or Russell, that's fine. Yeah, so DRS effectiveness, we are better. Values, yeah, acceleration, DRS effectiveness, good advantage on DRS actually. Low speed, medium speed, high speed, yeah, so they're winning all of this, so we shouldn't really be beating Mercedes. Race targets, so 10th or higher for Danny Rick, and it's 9th or higher for Liam Lawson as we start practice in Mexico and hunt down 100% setup satisfaction. I think Max Verstappen becoming a father, I mean, he was a stepfather, but to be a father of his own child, not wanting to miss a moment, makes you wonder how long he'll stay in F1. Yeah. I was saying to some friends, I wouldn't be shocked if in this winter break he said he was retiring, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't think he'll go on for that long though. I think he maybe will sign with another team from 2026 and might do another couple of years beyond that, but who knows. What engine supplier do you use? We have Mercedes. We were Renault last year. We're Mercedes this year. I'm going to go. I'll be back in 30 minutes. No worries, Kinga. Ferrari. No, we're using Mercedes. Mercedes engine. So it's going to be rain. Rain in Mexico practice. And let's put on some worn car parts. Gearbox 22%. That's going to be a bit touch and go, but should be fine. Yeah, we might as well use this for... Liam Lawson's done really well on parts. We have bought a third ERS. Would take a penalty for it. I think we will need it. But gearboxes, we get 4 in the allocation. He's going to be absolutely fine on that. Only thing is his engine. He might need... Obviously, they changed the regs. And we got 4 engines last year. We only got 3 this year. To get 3 through 24 races and, what is it, 5-6 sprints is a bit of a stretch. But he's done well. But Ricciardo has smashed up quite a few parts this year. That's why he's already on his 4th engine. That should be fine. ERS, he's already took a 4th. And gearbox, he's already took a 5th. So not quite as bad as Mick Schumacher last year. But that is, yeah, not ideal. Alright, so we need to run 19 laps. And set up. Probably want a bit of front wing, but just go random for this. Midnight Lola, how's it going? Yes. Do you remember? Hope you're well. Alright, let's go with that. See how we go in practice. Track Tom TV, how's it going? Hope you're well, buddy.
Track is green, track is green.
Here we go then, out on track, and we'll hopefully nail these practice sessions. We'll forward through practice, of course, but we can engage in the chat, of course. Track Tom, I am very well, thank you. Hope you're doing well.
Okay, we have rain now.
Well, how long is this rain going to last? Can we get dry tyres through this? Probably not. Put better straight line speed. As Nico Hulkenberg has a spin. I'm a bit on the bad side. You feeling ill, Track Tom? Put avoid curves and clean air onto Roost's engine where I do normally, Lucas, but to be fair, these engines we're going to swap out at some point anyway, so it's not that critical this time around. Yeah, certainly at the start of the season we do that. But at the moment, it does make a difference, but it's quite marginal, so at the moment I'm not too bothered. How long is this going to last? How wet is it going to get? Can we get a way of keeping them out here? Yeah, it's now dropping.
Unconfirmed, rain, stop.
It's been annoying me. Remember you said we're going to do emotes then, yeah. Yeah, I probably don't need them at the moment, to be fair.
We're not
It's just
expecting any more rain from here.
Copy.
not the level where I need them at the moment. Put avoid curves, read that, yeah. What is it, track time? Cold like usual winter stuff?
Everything else okay with the car?
Yeah, it seems in the ballpark.
Copy that.
Keep on coughing. Is that when you like take a breath and you can't stop yourself from coughing? It's so annoying, isn't it?
Everything okay with the car?
It's like super tricky to work out where we are with balance.
Right, let's sort these out.
Okay, understood, thank you.
Right, let us just go with that. Okay, so we're optimal there. That's not too bad. Might not be too far away on that. What happened in the Austin GP? Danny Rick won it, Huru. Where were you? Danny Rick won it. Danny Rick nicked it at the end. For the first two sessions, focus only on sales saturation, and then for the last one, leave them out entire session. Yeah. What I typically try to do is nail the setup as quickly as possible, and then as soon as we've got that, we we just focus on track acclimatization. Obviously, the longer you're out on track with track acclimatization, it goes up quicker. Damien, I've got set up for F1 management abroad. That's absolutely fine, buddy. I have got a list of setups, but typically I go after them to begin with, just rather than just find them, if that makes sense. Do you have Discord? We do. I do have a new Discord channel that I'm just putting together now, so for community. That should be ready soon. Sorry, what did you say? I said I'm not needing the emotes at the moment. Midnight Lola. Thanks for offering as always, though.
Okay, roger that.
I've got 12 minutes left of this session. Just leave them out for now, I think.
Quick feedback.
Might as well get a little bit more track time in.
Stable. Nice one, guys.
Okay, understood.
I always try and max out track acclimatization because they go so much faster with it max than like 67%. Right, of course we don't need to worry about car parts knowledge because we've not put any new car parts on this for a while. And so we're going to miss out on the last 5 minutes of the session, but that's absolutely fine. And we're not too far away with this. We'll do it in the next screen anyway. We'll do it in the next screen. Let's just finish off this session. I keep on being cold, like it's -1 degrees. Well, hopefully you feel better soon, Track Tom. Right, okay. let's, as Antonelli in the Red Bull. That's odd, isn't it, to see? Ricciardo is far behind. I think that was Jack. Yeah, this is just practice at the moment, and we're running warm parts, so they'll be pretty well off the pace. Right, absolutely smashed it with Danny Rick. It's what way we go. We will have to go right here with this, and side camber there, I reckon. I reckon we'll be pretty close there. Oh, full wets, is it? Okay. We don't know. Just pump that up for now. Car setup. What were we with Danny Rick on the rear wing 13? It's not always the same for both drivers, of course, but we'll go for that with Liam Lawson. That will get him closer. I don't know how well it's going to be, but let's start this second practice session. What is your name on Discord? Should be Califlap. Everything should be Califlap. Track we were going to look at, weren't we, here? Yes, it's going to be wet for a while. It's going to dip to inters, then full wets again, so we'll just monitor that. My chest has been so painful the last 2 days. Well, hopefully you're through the thick of it. And you've reached a peak. Hopefully that'll improve.
Tyres are on the cool side, so be aware of that.
We okay on temperatures?
We need a bit of luck in this Mexican Grand Prix. We need those Mercedes to crash out or have an issue. That would be absolutely brilliant for us. We'll take a penalty. Maybe they're getting low on parts. We shouldn't have to take a penalty. Apart from Lawson might need to take an engine. I wonder if Bottas or George will need to take a penalty in these last remaining races. That could play its part. As I say, I'm not really thinking we can win the Drivers' Championship now with Ricciardo, but certainly keep challenging for the constructors with, what, 69 points was it in the end? I can't remember the gap now, but it's not too bad. Can we see this through on the wets, or will we have to swap to inters? Probably will have to swap to inters, because these will start to burn up very quickly. Track Tom, I've just been playing F1 Manager all day. Lovely. There you go. That's bound to make you feel better.
Quick feedback on the
Ricciardo is optimal. Oh, you cheeky 99%. They're not quite there. But we'll keep him out. I mean, 99% isn't enough there. We should be able to get that, but we'll just keep him building the track time.
So just on the way in, if you give us some feedback on tools and what we can look at. Understood, thank you.
Let's get Lawson in, because we need to swap over to those inters anyway. So optimal traction is great. I wonder if we can... Right, let's swap over to the inters. Every career at Mexico, Bottas takes an engine penalty. Well, I hope... hello? I can't speak now. I certainly hope that's the case in this one. Did we put inters on? I believe we did. Ricciardo needs to come in before he gets a puncture, because his tyres are burning up very quickly. I've invited you for a friend request. No worries. That's for all the kids out there who dream the impossible. Yes, Lewis. Right, what way do you think this is going? This way or... Wait. I didn't change him to inters, did I? Time Ricciardo gets back out there, though, it's probably going to be wet again, isn't it? Yeah. Probably go back out on those wets, to be fair. Oh no, they're at 30%. Let's call him back in. Calm down, Danny. Right, Danny Rick back out. Oh yeah, it's going to be full wets till the end now, really. Just got emojis as your username, but thanks for the follow. Lawson we can keep out on inters. He will just be very cold and slow. What's the gearbox engine ERS? That's fine. Yeah, we still... Is ERS down to 30%? I was going to say he still hasn't got a fault, and then it just popped up. Timing on that. Oh no, yellow flag. That's fine. Best results, simulated P3, managed P8. Nice. Don't worry, Daniel Ricciardo will win from the pit lane. He loves a win from the pit lane. Who knows, he's done it before. Exactly. 1 season and 7 races. First season, 7 races in. I started watching you a few days ago, but now you're my favourite. Thanks for the support. Much appreciated. So, Liam Lawson.
Help with the balance at this stage?
Oh, he's at 99% as well, but we're very close, so... Should be good here. We should be good for a good setup as Perez runs wide. Seven races done today. That's heavy going. Commitment. I like it. Right, we should be on for 100% track acclimatization pretty comfortably here. We've gone the wrong way on Danny Rick, so should, by moving the other way, should secure that. For 100%.
Okay, that's the checkered flag.
So Sainz is taking a penalty, but it doesn't look like Bottas is. Sainz and Stroll. Alright, let's get these setups nailed in, hopefully. We know 99% is the best, but we would like to get 100%, of course. So, best was there, so I think we go there. Hopefully, should be enough. Let's go the same with Lawson. Hopefully, we're going to get 100% on everything here. Is there any weather coming in Mexico? No, there isn't for this session, so the wet weather is gone. 2031 is the year now in my game saying, wow. Is that 7th season then? Have we got some of the original drivers on the grid tracked on? If you're still in the stream and you haven't already, or if you can, give multiple likes depending on the platform you're watching on. Please do smash a like on the stream. Really do appreciate it. We're just doing this final practice session, then we'll jump back on track. We'll see qualifying, and then we'll get into the Mexican Grand Prix. But yeah, if you're watching this, you don't normally play the game, or you're thinking Ricciardo and Lawson are setting pretty poor times, that's because it's only practice, we're running high fuel loads, and we're running warm parts. So ignore the time. Practice is not about the times, especially on this game. Lucas, you have Twitch? Yes, we're streaming on both Twitch and YouTube as well, buddy. That's why you'll probably hear me talking to other chats and you're thinking, well, I can't see that message in this chat, and that's because they will be on one of the alternative platforms. So yeah, this stream is currently live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. And if you're watching on TikTok and Twitch, and TikTok and Twitch, and in my profile, you'll find my YouTube channel. Please head over to there and subscribe if you're not already,
We've had a crash on track.
because that's where all the highlighted episodes of these go. And Dragovic, yet again, has crashed.
At turn 12.
As I've been saying across the stream, Dragovic loves an incident.
And ends up in the wall. Not at all what
big
they would
luck
have
up.
wanted in practice.
And he's just going to knock the wall for good measure as well. But yeah, most of the live streams we do, apart from this extended one, is just of the race. But the episodes on YouTube is all the build-up, what we do before the race, how we get through practice, how we qualify. So do check those out.
What was the balance, please?
Why can we not get Danny Ricks?
Copy that.
Did I revert back on Danny Ricks? We'll have to look at that. Let's just get the track acclimatization in. And well, actually, he's going to get that naturally now anyway. Lucas, kaboom. And just like that, you're here. Thanks, buddy. VSC. Please don't be our drivers. It's not.
Okay, pit lane.
It's not one of our drivers. It's good.
Stop in front of the garage. On switch.
It's Nico Hulkenberg. What's happened? Oh, we just saw Drugovic, who went head on.
I'm sorry about that, guys.
But Hulkenberg has completely lost it there. And he's crashed and he's out of the session. Right. Did I not? I didn't save this then, did I? Which is a great effort from me there. That's a schoolboy error.
Everything okay with the car? Understood. Thank you.
Yes, Liam Lawson up to 100%. So he's done and dusted, basically. Making Team Endstone go broke. Lucas Hull.
Safety car ending.
Track Tom, Oscar in Haas. Jesus. Max in Cadillac. Albon and Joe are both in Alpine. Albon's off the grid, of course, in our save. He's on the sidelines. Free agent at the moment. Once Lawson gets up to 100%, we'll call him in. That's job done for him. And there we go. And Ricciardo will definitely get to 100% track acclimatization. Hopefully we'll get the 100% set up as well.
All the time you have to leave a space.
Lucas, thanks for the follow as well. Much appreciated. Thanks for following on Twitch. So, Lawson, 100% on everything. And now just looking at Ricciardo. Sergio Perez is still there. Callie thought he was missing action. Sergio's still there. I think he's on a 3-year contract when I scouted some drivers earlier on this season. Kinga, you're back. Welcome back, buddy. Hopefully this is going to tick over and be enough for Danny Rick. We're not going to get another setup in anyway, so...
Tires when you can.
Should hopefully be enough, though.
Copy.
And 100%. Nailed. Perfect. Perfect, chat. That's a good practice session done. As I say, we don't worry about the times. We're looking for that track acclimatization and setup satisfaction. And we are very satisfied. If there's a crash, I'm going to unfollow then refollow so it says all the time you have to leave the space. Indeed, indeed. You have to. Fernando said it. All the time you have to leave the space. Unless it's Fernando defending, then you don't have to leave the space. Here we go. Has anyone got the jitters yet and the withdrawal symptoms of F1, or is it not hit yet? I think it's too early. It's too early, isn't it? It's not hit yet. Christmas. We can enjoy Christmas, and then it's going to hit January and all bleak with no racing. Carlos joins Aston in 2032 to Peugeot or Albon. Ooh, Albon. That's the rules with Nando. Right, so practice is done. Mercedes, although it's practice, looking very good. But look at this. We have nailed it. Exactly what we wanted to. Car parts knowledge is always 100% for us because, of course, we've had no new car parts on the car since Miami, since race 6. So this is 100% every race until the end of the season. But we've got track acclimatization to 100% for both drivers, as well as the all-important setup satisfaction to 100% as well. So driver prep for both is 100% as we head in to qualifying in Mexico next. I need your opinion, man. I have a career with Visa and Sonoda is moving to Sauber. Is it a good idea to sign Ollie Behrman? I've not used Behrman in any of my saves on this. Obviously, this is the only save that I live stream, but I'd imagine he's going to be pretty good. I wouldn't say not to. I haven't got F1 withdrawal yet, but I do miss F1. And Kinga hasn't, and he's not bad. There you go. There's your answer. Right, let's put the good car parts on. That ERS should just be about okay. Yeah, this engine's 76%. It's got 5 races and 3 sprints to do. Hopefully that will be okay. Car parts, engine. This is the one I'm more worried about. That's why I haven't used this other ERS yet for Lawson, because I'm thinking if we need to take an engine, and I may as well take the engine and the ERS at the same time. So, yeah, we might have to do that. Cool. Right, we are ready, I think. Yeah, all good to head to qualifying them. That's really, you only have to leave the space when it's not Alonso doing it. Exactly. I've still not decided about the Albon, Joe. I think keep Albon and Carlos, the new Williams pairing for your team. Emin is good, but needs a season to get good. Yeah, most of the younger ones do, don't they? Right, let's just get these out. And we will just do a banker lap. And that might be enough. Let's just see how much traffic is coming out. For Verstappen, might be a bit of an issue. I think he was for Ricciardo, but let's see. Okay, not too bad. No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all.
Make sure you stay negative.
Who should I partner Carlos with? Alex or Joe? Alex. Albon. You also need to have a max simulator for him to get good within a season. Yeah, that is very true. And that is a top tip. If you're playing F1 Manager and you want to develop young drivers, develop your race simulator, because that will ensure that they develop a lot quicker. I think we should... well, Sonoda's gone quicker than Lawson. Ricciardo I'm comfortable with. Not that comfortable with Lawson. Just see these other laps come in. I mean, Dragovic's a couple of attempts off Lawson, so that's always a bit worrying. This is a track where you can get traffic, and that is being seen with Russell getting slower than Lawson. Let's just have a look. Do we risk not going out? I don't think we can afford not to go out, really. And Dragovic had a lock-up. I feel we can get through on these, though, if we get a clean lap. Not many coming out of the pits. Piastri's coming out now. How long do you think we can leave it? 1:13, probably 2:30. You don't want to go much later than that, do we? Send Lawson out. Usually takes about 2 seasons if it's like level 2. Track Tom, you're not one to sign the mighty legend Stroll. Put Lawson back on the same tyres and send him out. Yeah, exactly. That's what we've done. Dragovic is very consistent when it comes to locking up. Yeah, he's loving it. Dragovic loves a mistake. Right, let's have a look at Lawson then. He's behind Hulk, but Hulk is on a hot lap, so should be fine. I think everyone ahead of us here is kind of on a hot lap apart from Norris, so he should be fine here. Hopefully we'll see some green sectors here. Of course, if we're going green, it's personal best, so it should mean we're on the way to improving our time. He's still sitting in 11th, so he may have got through without going out again, but of course we're going out on those same tyres, and it's a purple, so that's even better. purple. And if you don't know Formula 1, purple means you are the best in session through that sector. So he's gone faster than anyone in the first sector. So he should be looking pretty comfortable now. Checkered flag has fallen. Drugovic is not going to be able to set a time, so he's already ahead of him. So, yeah. I think it's going to be okay for Lawson anyway without this lap. Doesn't actually improve in the second sector, and someone has taken away his purple in the first sector. So that yellow is a bit of a concern, but he obviously went a lot quicker in the first sector. So hopefully get a little bit of a tow here off Hulkenberg and the RB. Across the line, does improve by about 3 tenths, up to 8th. Hulkenberg, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Drugovic and Van Dorn have finished, so I think we're going to be pretty comfortably through to Q2. And we are indeed. Any surprises in the bottom 6? No. Through to Q2 then. And he's probably... I will use these worn tyres, but... probably not going to set a very good time. What we'll try and do is try and get him a big toe off Ricciardo here. Well, he didn't go out straight away, did he, Lawson, there? Right, let's get another banker in, then we'll jump on board. Seeing if Lawson can get a toe off Ricciardo whilst he's on those warm tyres.
You need to stay negative in your inlet.
No, he was 6 tenths off, but that is to be expected, really.
Charge on in box. Charge on in box.
Okay, understood.
But we'll get them on some fresh softs now.
Just keep your dash negative. Keep your dash negative.
Now, Ricciardo's time is looking pretty handy, isn't it, to be fair? I don't think Ricciardo needs to go out again. I think Ricciardo's going to be... The almighty Drugovic is into Q2. I mean, we're talking about his locking up and crashing. The legend of what is this second season. Drugovic through to Q2. That's for Bottas the GOAT. Bottas is going to win this World Drivers' Championship. Yeah, I'm not going to send Ricciardo out. I think we're safe with Danny Rick. I just want to go Lawson, lay it again. We went about 2 minutes 30 last time. That was absolutely fine. So we'll do the same here. And there's Drugovic again. At least he's made it to Q2. Right, here comes Lawson then. It's same again. So Ricciardo's setting the good times. Although, to be fair to Lawson, that was on very, very warm tyres that time. So hopefully green sectors at least for Lawson again across this lap. He is still actually in the top 10. And Verstappen and Norris in the bottom 6 at the moment with Tsunoda and Perez currently in the top 10. Tsunoda doing big things the last 3 races. They've certainly developed that RB the back end of the season because they were probably the 9th fastest car on the grid and they're now looking like the 5th or 6th fastest car. Sainz goes on to provisional pole. Oh no, it's Q2, so it's not provisional pole. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting excited then. I was thinking Bottas is going to start at least P5. I just jumped a whole qualifying session in my head there. We're Q2, so calm down, calm down. But Lawson's going green, but he's got traffic, which is not going to be great. He's on the bubble in 10th, and this traffic could have just wrecked it for him. He could have easily lost a lot of time there. Doesn't improve. So Lando Norris or Fernando Alonso here to ruin our day. Fernando improves not enough. All down on Lando. Didn't go quicker through that first sector. Is he in an in-lap? He is. He's on an in-lap. Lawson survives. And Lando Norris, I told you he's not going well this season. He's been knocked out in Q2 a few times. And again, knocked out in Q2 whilst his teammate, although, you know, he's not qualifying in P5 because it's only Q2, but he is through his Piastri and Norris nearly a whole second off his teammate. correction, the goatee is going to win the World Driver Championship. It's pulling Bottas along to new heights. The Mullet Man, Valtteri Bottas. Right, Q3 then. This is where it all matters. Got a couple of fresh softs, so we may as well go. Lawson might use a scrub set first. There's not going to be any rain, is there? No. Right, let's get this time in, then we'll jump back on track. Lawson should be slower, you'd expect. Only less than a tenth.
That's negative.
Nearly 800s in it, so Lawson, a good lap on used tyres there. Bottas was very much on used tyres there, and he was only 10.5 off, so that's a bit worrying. It's to be expected though with those Mercedes, they are very quick. So it's Russell on provisional pole at the moment. Who's out on track? 4 cars on track. Tsunoda going now. Yellow flag. Russell's had a spin. He's on provisional pole, but he's not going to go any quicker, I'd imagine. Even if this was an out lap, it's probably wrecked his tyres.
Sorry.
That's okay, mate. That's okay, George. Alright, we're out of the garage. Bottas will set a time after us. Here we go then. Final runs in Q3. I'm trying to give Ricciardo the toe this time. And see what we can do. Will we get any green or purple sectors here? It is very close at the moment, but Bottas will be on some nice fresh softs now. So I'm expecting a Bottas pole here. But Ricciardo might be getting an almighty toe off Lawson. Goes purple through the first sector. Lawson does not improve. But now this is the problem. We've got too close in actual fact here. And he may be losing time behind Lawson now. But let's wait and see. Purple through that first sector. Very nice indeed for Daniel Ricciardo. Oh god, Lawson's not going quick enough and it's actually costing Ricciardo in the end here. So Russell on provisional pole. And I think Ricciardo's probably not going to go quicker here now. No, he doesn't. So, Ricciardo currently P2, Lawson currently P4. Who's on flyers? Bottas doesn't go pole, but he does go P2. We've got Hamilton and Sainz. Sainz goes P3. And Hamilton doesn't improve. So the Mercedes again have just got the pace, haven't they? But it's very close. It's a 10th from first place down to 6th. So very tight indeed in that top 6. And I don't see Leclerc either. So was Leclerc knocked out? Oh, he is there. Sorry, he's in P9. Sorry, Charles. Cully going to send me either rank an 8th than the real game. Carlos got that penalty though, so that's nice. So he'll be out of the way. But full results then. George Russell in first place. George takes pole. Valtteri Bottas second. So Mercedes continue their domination. Carlos Sainz in third, but he's going to take a grid penalty. And even if that's at least 3 places, it will jump Daniel Ricciardo and Lawson up to P3 and P5 respectively. Ricciardo qualified P4. Hamilton 5th. Lawson 6th. Yuki Tsunoda again, he's in P7. Oscar Piastri 8th. Leclerc is 9th. Max Verstappen 10th. And as we saw, Lando Norris down in P14. All right, let's jump into this one, shall we? Right, let's have a look at where we want to go. So medium, medium, hards. This one always works quite well for Danny Rick, but not always for Liam Lawson. Oh, we didn't want to do that. We did not want to do that. Right, hold on, hold on. Yeah, 130, 150. So let's have a look. Still says it's slower than the medium, medium, hard though. We go for an aggressive. Okay, this is quicker. Not by much, but it is quicker. Just much what happened, it's not started. No, we've already done one race, but we're on to the second race here. We're just about to start. I think we can make that work with Ricciardo. I can tell you it wasn't Bottas, but he did come P2. Danny Rick just edged him across the line. So he came P2, and he's still 80 points ahead in the Drivers' Championship with 5 races to go. And he's in P2 for this one. So he's looking good as Bottas. Which is not so good for us. Right, so medium, hard, medium is better for... I just wonder if we go a little bit more aggressive on that first stint of mediums. Yeah, it's a little bit quicker. And Danny Rick out here finessing my Finnish king at this point. Indeed, indeed. Okay, so we are going for a two-stopper again here. Slightly different on the strategy. Danny Rick is starting on the softs, but he is going to go all the way to, what's that, lap 23 on those softs. He's then going to switch over to the mediums. Quite an aggressive stint on those mediums, then finishing on the hards. Lawson is going aggressive on the mediums, so he'll be one of the first in, I would imagine. Then hards, then mediums. So we'll see how we go. I think, again, it's going to be very hard to compete with the Mercedes, although, again, it was only a tenth between that top 6, so who knows. But let's jump in and start this Mexican Grand Prix. And if you haven't already, make sure to like the stream. And put in the chat where we're going to finish in this one then.
Back, everyone.
Starting third and fifth after that penalty.
Now being made as we head into what will happen next. We're about to find out.
Here we go then.
Mexico City Grand Prix.
5 lights, quickly off. The lights go out very quickly. Danny Rick P3, Lawson P5. As we get underway and we try to challenge Valtteri Bottas and George Russell straight away here. And Sainz took a big old penalty. Started right at the back of the field. Didn't start in the pit lane though. And Ricciardo is past Bottas. And Lawson is in P4. So good start for us here. Let's have a look at tyres. So Russell, Ricciardo, both on softs. So Mercedes and Team Lotus both gone alternate strategies to cover each other off. Russell and Ricciardo softs, Bottas, Lawson mediums, and the rest of the grid, oh actually apart from Norris, Alonso and Stroll, softs, but most of the grid are medium runners. UViewed is going for first and third for us. I would take that indeed. I can't remember these Mercedes taking too many grid penalties, so they must be getting close to warm parts. Bottas, did he take a grid penalty after he smashed the car up in, was it, where was he, did he done that? Austria, was it? Can't remember now.
DRS enabled.
Right, DRS enabled.
Currently P2.
And I don't want to burn up these tyres that quickly. So we can just kind of get into our strategy. But Ricciardo is having a look. Oh god, he lost a bit of time there.
8 tenths behind. And try to cool down the tires while you can. It's slightly coming up.
Okay, understood.
Cool the tyres.
Copy.
On click overtake this.
Okay.
Piastri, Lawson and Bottas
Okay.
fighting away. Lawson gets past him there. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on to that. No, he's not. And sneaky George Russell is trying to get away from us here.
Don't stress.
Still attacking on his tyres. Just came back to a pretty solid P2, P4. Jacob, what season are you in? This is the second season. We're coming to the closing stages. 4 races after this one to go. So we're closing out the second season, 2025. Right, let's go back to interval here. As George Russell sets the fastest lap. Really pulling away at the moment. Now here comes Lawson again on Bottas.
Lift off.
And we're back past him. And you get a double taking a DRS here, which is very useful if we want to break the DRS. Which we're not going to do at the moment, but later on in the race is certainly something we want to do. Jacob, impressive results for second season. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, and we've not actually designed this car now for since race 6. In my manager career, after season 1, Mercedes only scored 5 or 6 points in season 2 seasons. Jeez, big drop off. Lawson 1.7 seconds back on these two, who are battling away.
And keep going with the lift off. You're doing very good job. Keep going with the lift off.
But they have been attacking their tyres here.
Understood.
And it's Sonoda is up to P5. Yuki's doing big things. And he could be slowing up the pack, so it might be this top 4 to pull away very early here.
That was a very good lap.
Okay, cheers.
Let's have a look at this though. Ricciardo on Russell. And Bottas is going to be threatening Lawson. He's back past him. He'll get the DRS to pull away. But Ricciardo will get it here to pull away.
Alrighty. Nice.
You're doing a very good job. Okay,
So again, you can use that double DRS zone very effectively to pull away. So we will try to make use of that later on in the race. Lawson just needs to stay with Bottas. What's the pit loss here? It is 26 seconds, basically. Not that we're going to pit yet, but just interesting to keep an eye on that. But when does Lawson need to come in? It is lap 18 that we're looking for. It's a lot longer with Danny Rick, isn't it? 23, yeah. So lap 18 is target lap for Lawson. He's already lost 1.6 to Bottas here, but I think this these 4 will close up shortly. I'm not too bothered about it. Piastri is right on us, though. We've got a yellow flag. Sonoda's dropped off the pace. Someone's locked up. Looking like Perez at home in front of his home crowd. There he is, just taking it all in. Just taking it all in is Sergio there. Piastri absolutely flying. It was a 2-second gap, but he's got past Sayuki, and now he's challenging Lawson. And he's got better tyres. Not much I can do about that at the moment. And Russell pushes us wide, and he's going to get that DRS to pull away now.
Head down. Hamilton is the car behind.
See, Lawson just this season, like Lawson has done well for us this season. He's solid, but he hasn't got the out-and-out pace. That's my only worry with him. hasn't had the out-and-out pace as Liam Lawson. Right, Ricciardo, we're going to have to try and push a bit again here.
You're good to push.
Have we got much? We haven't got much room for manoeuvre on any of these stints, to be fair. Although these are aggressive stints, so we can have if we go standard. But we do need to get back into this DRS.
Overtake available.
Assuming some driver stat affects the fuel, because Lawson always say it has better fuel, conserves his fuel more than Ricciardo. We've got another yellow flag. Teo Porcher is out. It's a virtual safety car.
Drop the pace now, please.
Teo is lost it, I assuming.
Okay, yep, understood now.
Hopefully we get a replay. And here we go. Teo Porcher out of the
This
race.
happened as they arrived at turn 12.
Oh, we saw this with Hülkenberg in practice. And it's a big impact. And that's the end of the race for Teo in the Haas. Replace Lawson with Bottas next season. I think Bottas has got 3 years left on his contract, so his buyout will just be... Yeah, just be too much. It's going to be... I haven't looked at it, but I do think he's got 3 years left because he's just moved there, and I think we saw that before, so his buyout will be ridiculous.
So he's out the car. And watch out for the debris on the marshals on track, please.
Callie, you thinking about replacing Lawson with the fact he's not quite where you hoped, I guess? Yeah, I mean, he's given us what we wanted, because we wanted a driver that didn't smash the car up every week, which Mick was doing, and Lawson does enough. But he's just not got the out-and-out pace. He's kind of got quite good stats everywhere, but they're sort of middle of the road. And his... I mean, we've not been able to upgrade the race simulator as quickly as I wanted to, because obviously money was tight how we started this on the hardest difficulty, but he doesn't seem to develop at a fast rate of knots, so yeah, I don't know. So I'd quite like to get Oscar in the car. From what I've seen across this series so far, Oscar has been pretty handy in the game. He's been dominating Lando this year, so I think he's definitely developed, obviously, in-game across this last year. Anyway, let's forward on for this virtual to end. Piastri's got 1 year left. He's got a small buyout of 2 million, so it's definitely achievable. And we can paint him a picture of how we're going to be title challengers hopefully next year, although we don't actually know that because such heavy is the regulation change. We could be the slowest car on the grid again, who knows?
DRS enabled.
Right, DRS is enabled. We'll get it on the second DRS zone hopefully here.
Overtake available.
And Piastri is flying here, isn't he? He's all over Bottas. We're talking about Oscar Piastri.
Overtake is available. Overtake available.
Copy.
Now, Ricciardo wants that Mexican tequila after the race. Maybe share some of his senoritas. Sure he would. I'm sure he would.
Update on tires.
Tires, back it on.
We look after the tires.
Lawson's got good... In terms of where he needs to be in his stint, Lawson tyre life's absolutely fine. So, it's one of those races in Mexico. We can get quite a few safety cars. But we will see. That's our first one, very early on. That just allows us to certainly get the tyres where we need them to be in terms of the stint. Piastri and Bottas continue to battle. And Ricciardo and George continue to battle. I'm going to ease off the battery, because we can use that late to break the DRS. But Hamilton is 7 seconds back. When did that happen? Did we miss something there? Has he just not got the pace? Seems
Good job.
a long way back. Sonoda's dropped down all the way to 9th, but still in the points currently. Ricciardo's past Russell. Back into B1. And Liam Lawson wants a bit of Valtteri Bottas. But yeah, the gap to Verstappen and co behind us is rather opening up as Lawson gets past. Valtteri Bottas got another yellow flag.
Car is off.
Can't see who that is at the moment. It's K-Mag. Of course it's K-Mag. And he just holds the whole back end of the grid up there, K-Mag. The car quite fits this track, to be fair. Yeah, it does. Got the colour scheme going on. Alright, where are we at with this then? Lawson. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Piastri is closing up to the top 2. Piastri is loving it. Piastri's got some pace about him. He's upset about what happened in that last race with Hamilton taking him out. And he's coming back with vengeance here. Gasly's got a mechanical fault, and I think we may be overtaken by both Russell and Piastri here, and Bottas is probably going to get Lawson, as long as we're staying in this DRS. Max Verstappen sets the fast lap of the race, closed up a little bit, but still 6 seconds. So there goes Russell, but of course he's now going to get DRS to pull away, and Piastri's still going to get DRS on us here.
Alrighty.
We've got a bit bogged down coming out of that corner, and that's lost us a bit of time on George.
Behind you is Piastri.
Tyres, we've got to watch for Ricciardo.
You can use overtake.
Probably need to go back to aggressive now with with Lawson, sorry.
Copy.
Now Ricciardo, we need to just try and push back into Russell's DRS here. But it looks like the top 5 have well and truly broken away. And Tsunoda in 10th, so he has dropped down to 10th now. Another yellow flag. Plenty of yellow flags going on, as well as that virtual early on here.
We've got a yellow flag here.
And it's a crash this time. Might be Drugovic.
Now we're just proceeding through
of course it's
turn
Drugovic.
4. Dangerously close to each other. Oh, that's quite an impact.
And with a
between
Williams
them.
there.
They'll have to pick themselves up after that.
Drugovic and Ocon, I would have assumed. Right, Ricciardo's going to be under pressure from Piastri, Bottas and Lawson here because he hasn't quite managed to get into Russell's DRS. Justin, who do you think is the best 2 drivers to start with for Creator Team? Drugovic gets a 5-second penalty. Really depends what you're trying to achieve. If you're going for success very early on, then I'd say experienced drivers. But if you're with a team that you're going to develop, then I would go young. And you're obviously looking at your Teo Porchers, your Behrmans, your Kimi Antonellis. But judging by this series, if you want someone who's quite experienced and maybe a little bit cheaper than your Maxes and Lewis's, Valtteri Bottas looks to be your man. I think we can go balanced on the fuel and just reserve a bit of this now.
Bottas is in your DRS now.
Alright, top 5 then.
Okay, understood.
Separated by 1.3 seconds. And it's Piastri that leads the race. Ollie Perez in a Williams, he is.
Lift off for fuel, please.
Ricciardo is past Russell, and we're on to Piastri here, who now leads the race. Piastri having a great race here. What's Ricciardo's tyre life like? Not too bad. Lap 18. Lawson just a little bit further back. Ricciardo takes the lead, and he will have a clear track, and he's broken the DRS actually here. So we could just push this fuel. I think it'll be hard for him to maintain it, but we may as well have a go. You do that, Kelly, you'd have to sign Tom Salah as his race engineer as well as maybe give Ricciardo Gianpiero Lambiase as his race engineer. I can't get rid of Pierre Hamlin. I love Pierre's voice in my ear. Right, Ricciardo's going to use that fuel now because he's got a fresh, clean air in front of him. Lawson's going to pit the earliest out of... Although... Yeah, he should pit the earliest out of these. What lap was it? 18. And it's 26 seconds, so 29... So at the moment, he'd come out just in front of Van Dorn. But yeah, it's very... Yeah, we need to pull some more time in this top 5 before that. Ricciardo just about staying out of DRS, but they're going to be back with us shortly, I believe. Yeah, we need this top 5 to pull away, because at the moment, as I say, Lawson would be coming out between Gasly and Ocon, and it's very close between these. We need it here, basically, Hulkenberg. We need to put another 4 seconds on Hulkenberg in the next 5 laps, and that will be perfect for Lawson's strategy. But as I said, the DRS is so strong on this game. Whilst these are in a DRS train, they may be going quicker, even in a car in clean air with fresh rubber, so difficult one. You might as well balance out that fuel again, because George Russell has arrived on us here. Leclerc's getting closer, so Leclerc's obviously got a bit of pace in him. Gasly's issue is getting worse, or he's developed another one. Camera, where are you streaming? We are on, as well as obviously TikTok, where you're watching, we're on Twitch and YouTube. As Russell reclaims the lead, and Piastri and Bottas are fighting as well. Russell again is going to get that DRS to pull away.
Yep, this is my pace.
We just need to stay with this. Oh, George is really going for it though again. Now Piastri's... No, he is near enough in the DRS, but Lawson, who's getting past Bottas, but we're losing out to Piastri here, lost the DRS.
Okay, recharge.
Which one should I join, Twitch or YouTube? Whichever you prefer. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube, then I say YouTube, because as well as the live streams, we have all the episodes, so that's where all the main content is. Either or.
Just stay focused.
Ricciardo needs to get back in to the DRS of Russell. And then we need to start topping up some of the battery. Piastri's back on Ricciardo. Bottas has dropped 2 seconds back. So 30.5. Yeah, we're not going to get that gap to Hulkenberg. Just not going quick enough. Still between Gasly and Ocon, so 22.3. And here comes Oscar. Past Danny Rick. I'm going to join YouTube, mate. Great, brilliant. Thanks, buddy.
Still has some drag.
Right, let's just try and keep with Oscar this time. He's going to, yeah, he's going to close this back up. He's going to drag us to Russell. So 15 gone here. And again, it's a bit like the last time out in COTA, where we had a group of cars very close, although that was a group of 8. That reduced to a group of 6. Camera, I don't see a chat on YouTube. Should certainly be a chat. There's people chatting in it. So, yeah, you should see it. Oh, now I see it. Good stuff. Yeah, so in COTA, obviously we had that group of 8 that were in a DRS train. Then that reduced to a group of 6. Then it reduced to the group of 3, Ricciardo and the Team Mercedes. So I wonder if something's going to happen similar here. But Piastri is looking very good round here today. He's looking decent. And the more I see him doing well, the more I want him in my car. But I think it would be very harsh on either Daniel Ricciardo or Liam Lawson. And we just got DRS there. Lawson and Bottas just dropped out of this battle by 2 seconds. And Piastri on the mediums as well, with 63%. Piastri's doing well. At the moment, you'd have to see Piastri's having the best stint here. Lawson loses out to Bottas, but that's fine as long as we can stay with him.
Okay, so car behind is now Leclerc.
Bottas will probably pull us now towards these two. And Piastri's broken the DRS now. And we've got past George Russell.
Lift off where possible.
Copy.
Use your tools.
Copy.
Yeah, Bottas is just bolted. He's just put 2 seconds on Lawson there. And yeah, Piastri 2 seconds up the road, so looking good for the McLaren man. His teammate Norris though down in 8th, so shows again the performance of Piastri. He might be pushing a bit here, but we're struggling to close that gap, and we're going to be under pressure from both Mercedes here. And Lawson not able to close the gap either here. I think the AI are going through a bit of a push phase here.
Keep the head down. And behind you is Bottas.
All right, again, we're going to be under pressure on Bottas as well. Lawson can't really make any ground on these. We can attack with these tyres, though. We're coming at the end of the phase of those.
So it's closing up a little bit.
Ricciardo does just hold on to that. Tom Ricciardo go faster now. I think it's in qualifying. Baltic, the YouTube chat doesn't work for me. I'm on Twitch, you know, you can call me Baltic or Camera. Okay, no worries, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I'm not sure why it wasn't working for you. Stroll's in the pits. I think he's the first stop. He is indeed. Are any of these going to stop before Lawson, though? No, they're all about similar. Russell stops. Cheeky George. He wanted to get the undercut today, and he's gone. George has gone and done it before us. What platform you use to stream? Streamlabs. Across on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. Bottas is back past Ricciardo. Lawson, this is what I mean, just doesn't seem to have the pace of the guys ahead of him. He's dropping off. Alonso stopped as well now. What tyres has Russell gone on to? He's medium, so he did start on the softs. And Russell's got a nice gap there, actually, to Tsunoda. So he should fall into that gap between Russell and Magnussen with Lawson. Do we go one more with Lawson? I think we go one more with Lawson because we're going to lose out to George anyway. Do you have Streamlabs Plus? Because when I use it, you can only stream on. Yeah, I do. Yeah, you have to play for whatever it is, the premium. I tried to count how many times I watched F1, but I lost track. Come on, Uvid. Come on. Ricciardo's just dropped out of this. Let's get in. Let's get in with Lawson. Let's get in with Lawson at the end of this lap.
Copy, box.
Russell's got an issue. Hello. That could be good.
Engine feels poor on downshifts, pushing me forward.
Appreciate the voice break in there as well. He's got an engine issue, so that could be very nice for us. Talked about them not taking many penalties. As a fellow Estonian, please put Paul Aaron in some car, please, for me. Database edit doesn't work, and I need him in a car. Would mean the world to me. See what we can do. We did actually try to sign him as an affiliate, but he was snapped up by someone else. I can't remember who signed him now. Right, here comes Lawson then. Sort of dropped off the pace now. So we'll see where he comes out. And he's going on the hard tyres, which isn't the greatest. Ricciardo's 2 seconds off Bottas as well now. I think we attack and come in earlier. It's a 2.3 second stop. Sorry, we just came away from that. Russell should be past us. He is. Norris pits as well. Hulkenberg. This is key, really, that we don't get stuck behind Hulkenberg and Sainz. I think we're going to be okay there. They're yet to stop.
So you are P9.
Oh, they do this slow exit, don't they, here at Mexico? I remember it from last year's race and stream.
Car behind, Sainz. Gap behind 2.3.
Right, we're going to get Ricciardo in a couple of laps earlier, but I don't think he's going to make an impression.
Box, 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 box.
Box confirmed.
He just signed a reserve driver deal with Alpine, so that would be realistic in my opinion.
Okay.
I'll make a deal. If Alpine retain Drugovich...
Daniel, pit lane.
Actually, Van Dorn. Would Van Dorn... I'll swap him for one of those, potentially. Rob Smith, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Right, here comes Ricciardo then. A couple of laps earlier than we wanted to, but we need to switch it up because that wasn't working for us. Oh, slowly rear left. Lear left.
Okay.
Slow lear left. A slow rear left there. Easy for me to say. Ricciardo pit stop issue. Not too bad, though.
Okay,
at least our errors are like 3.4 or 4.2 now, not 8 seconds.
Reaction time and no full throttle before
I've probably talked that up now. Right, let's have a look at... Yeah, Russell, so engine issue. It's 38%. Is it going to affect him that much? Who knows? But he's pulled a 7-second gap with an undercut. So that's worked well for him. Lawson did get overtaken by Sainz. It's not ideal, but again, it's... You have that really slow pit exit.
Come on, mate.
And now our tyres are obviously not up to temp either. Let's do the same with Ricciardo. Just get some tyre temps.
And we open the gap if we can. You're doing a good job.
Lawson is only 2-3 seconds behind his teammate, though. So... Still in it. Yes, thank you. Which round is it? Like number? We have 4 races after this, I believe.
P10.
Trying to think what we have left now. Got Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi. I'm missing one, I think. Brazil.
Gap 3.8.
I think we've got 4 left after this race. As Lawson gets back past Sainz.
Tyres are in good shape.
And as you get the double taking the DRS, this should be enough to pull away after this second DRS.
Increase management.
Yeah, we nearly got the second already. Yeah, I think we've got 4 races left after this one. I think it's Brazil, where we've got a sprint. Vegas, then Qatar, where we've got a sprint. And then finishing in Abu Dhabi. Right, so we continue on our merry way here. Ricciardo, we need to drop back to that. We'll come off the fuel now with Lawson. So Lawson only 2 seconds behind. Piastri decides to stop now.
Just think about the lift off.
So Bottas going a lot longer, so he'll be quicker later on. As McLaren wait to receive their driver. And that's a very nice stop for them. Verstappen in, Charles in, Hamilton in. Fastest lap of the race from George Russell, so his engine isn't causing him that many issues. And Ricciardo is not going to be a threat whatsoever to Piastri, although we do get this really slow kind of glitch when they come out of the pits. Just about now, normally. Here we go. Very odd. So Ricciardo will close that down a little bit more than what it is at the moment, but he's still going to have a good 3 seconds on us. Russell, yeah, Russell looking good even with that issue, isn't he? Is that issue cleared for him? No, it's still there. Just can't see it because the fastest lap, but doesn't seem to be hampering him at all. Maybe like in real life, Alpine drop their underperforming driver and pull Aaron in the car for Yas Marina like this year. Ocon was dropped for doing. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see what the game does, but if it's Van Dorn and Dragovic, I wouldn't be opposed to swapping one of them out, to be fair. It's not going to make a massive impact on the game. Bottas pits now, so he's covering off Piastri. I think he will be ahead of us, though. We're still 3 seconds off Piastri. So as I say, Piastri is having a nice little race here. He's got medium, says Piastri. So I'm assuming he's going to finish on a nice set of softs. Let's just see Bottas come out of the pits here. Well, I think we're going to need these Mercedes to have some issues here. Because I don't think we've got the pace round here. There's Bottas. Going to be closer, actually. We will get past Bottas, I think, because he'll be slow on exit. So Ricciardo is past, and he'll do this nice little slowdown here. And Lawson may well get in with the DRS score. I thought he was going to go in the back of him then. So Lawson should get him here while he gets his tyres up to temp. Have you tried a pit lane start? Yeah, we have indeed. We won from the pit lane with Danny Rick. We got lucky with some safety cars, but yeah, we have done a pit lane start and won from the pit lane. A few races to go. Again, as I say, all the episodes, previous episodes on the YouTube, that one being one of them. Can't recall which race it was now. But Lawson didn't make that move on Bottas. He still managed with cold tyres to keep the pace there. Russell leads then. It's 4 seconds to Piastri, followed by 5 seconds to Daniel Ricciardo. Bottas has gone on the hards as Lawson, so yeah, looks like he is copying the strategy of Lawson, and Ricciardo and Russell on the same strategy, but ultimately the Mercedes look to have the pace on us around here. Russell's tyres down to 82% of course though, although it's only 5% difference to Ricciardo. Ricciardo's going to stop again lap 42 as Lawson has a look at Bottas. Yeah, ultimately we need this engine problem to get worse for George. Even if Bottas beats us, if we can put good points on the board and something happens to Russell, that will work for us. Gasly's just had about 4 mechanical faults pop up now, isn't he? John Urina, thanks for subscribing on YouTube. Yeah, he just keeps having... what's going on with Gasly? Is he literally... He has got a fault on 2 components, and they're both getting worse, that's why. So his engine and gearbox. Surely Pierre needs to be retiring that car. You would think. So, fastest lap of the race of Bottas, who's all over Danny Rick here. So Bottas got his tyres up to temp, and now he's going to have a good old push. Maybe we can just try and stick with Bottas, but as I say, this double helping of DRS does help you to pull away very quickly, so I don't know if we'll stay with him here. Aaron is at Alpine in real life, and we'll have to get up to speed soon, or we'll probably be replaced in real life. I would not be surprised. Yeah, Doohan is a question mark for me. I'm not sure how long he's... We'll see. I think you've got to give them at least a year, normally, rookies, but... I don't know. Here we go, though. We've got an Alpine. And as I say, we love to see Alpines, because they normally don't get out of our way. Oh, not too bad for Dragovic. Not too bad, but Ricciardo's lost the DRS to Bottas. Well, he's not too far away as Bottas, so he might just be able to attack, get back in there.
Let's try to clear him as quick as we can.
Don't worry, Russell is an expert of crashing last lap. Did Williams drop Albon for Perez? They did indeed. They did indeed. That's crazy work. Yeah. The Williams went for the pairing of Ocon and Perez, dropping Colapinto and Albon. Who said something about Paul and Doohan? Yuvu said Aaron is Alpine in real life. And basically, he was saying if Doohan doesn't get up to speed very quickly, then it may be a chance of him getting in the car in real life. Right, Ricciardo has got up to Bottas. The Gazman going to cause a safety car. Let's hope so. I think we need something. I think we need Gasly maybe to have a engine blowout that he doesn't get to the pits. Lawson 5 seconds off the pace now. So this is the thing that we see with Lawson. He kind of just drops away into not being out of battle with the top drivers here, or the top teams for this season, and he just finds himself sort of best of the rest, no man's land. So yeah, question marks. If you were going to keep either driver over Lawson and Ricciardo through the performance of this season, you would have to say it has to be Ricciardo. But Lawson's the one with a contract beyond this season, but of course it doesn't matter, as Ricciardo is going to get back past Bottas.
Okay, maximum focus on...
And again, we'll get a second helping of DRS.
Okay.
We're getting closer to Piastri here. Just going to watch this tyre life, because we have got to get these to lap 42. When is Lawson stopping? Oh, Russell's fault is getting worse.
I had no torque initially from the PU.
Now we're talking. Well, it shows the issue's cleared. That's odd. We'll check it once he crosses the line. If Paul gets in a car, I'm going to see him in an instant. My cousin is followed by Paul, which surprised me, to be honest. Apparently they met at a party in Tallinn, Estonia. Very nice.
On update on tires when you can.
It was Russell's fault. Clearly isn't hampering him as he leads the race. And he's conserved a bit of tyre life as well. Or he's just on standard where we're trying to push. Russell's fault left him, and it's returned. That's why. So it hasn't got worse. It's intermittent is his fault. But even when he did have that fault, that hasn't caused him major problems. So that's a shame it's not actually getting worse. But it would be nice to see it get worse. So Lawson's got to get to lap 42 as well. Is this the same then? Are we now on the same? Basically, yeah. It's Hamilton behind. Bottas has dropped off a bit here. Is he conserving tyres? Maybe. Unless we're going to see someone go for a completely different strategy, like Bottas try and get his cards to the end, but I can't imagine that's going to be the case. But we're in a bit of a lull. As you know, if you watch the stream, we don't forward that often, but when we're in a bit of a lull, we may as well. Just monitor these times. Lawson, not too bothered. Hamilton gets a little bit closer, because this should be the slowest part of the race for Lawson on those hard tyres. Now, Bottas, I expect fully to come back at Ricciardo. Yeah, it's about 3 seconds Piastri off Russell, and then Ricciardo's 3 seconds off Piastri. Did we get some traffic there? Yes, we just got past Gasly, which I think held us up. And he's battling Valtteri, that's nice.
So it's currently P3.
Piastri is right on Russell now, so I wonder if Russell had the same issue with Gasly.
Okay, Bottas coming now.
And Hamilton is now with Lawson. Even invited Paul to my birthday. It said it's so rare in Italy right now. High-Tech GP is the rumour for Alpine in the future, and their new team principal Oliver Oakes is co-founder of High-Tech GP. Yeah, I've seen this. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Piastri is in the lead of the race and sets the fastest lap. But suddenly, Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen have joined Liam Lawson's party. And they've got better tyre life, so just got no pace. No pace suddenly. Lawson, just no pace because it was a good 6 seconds. And we've had no traffic with... Did we get past Drugovich? Unless we got past Drugovich, which caused us a load of issues. I didn't see it though. There we go. Lewis Hamilton past Lawson, so... This is not good. We want at least 5th place from Lawson here. And, yeah, I just don't think we've got the pace really across here because Ricciardo's 6 seconds off the leaders. And Bottas is going to make the move. We kind of just need to stay with Bottas. We need Bottas pace to drag us along here.
You focus on your race. Hamilton behind you now.
Lawson gets DRS there, but... As I say, I wouldn't be too bothered if it was just Hamilton. But because Verstappen's here as well, who's on the hards and got better tyre life... That is a worry where our pace has gone with Lawson. Kingo, are you making another pit or no? Yes, we are. We are stopping on lap 42 with both drivers. Ricciardo's dropped Russell's dropped 2 seconds off Piastri. So is that engine issue now causing him problems?
You're doing very well.
As Lawson. Where's Hamilton gone? What happened there? Oh, Hamilton has had the issue with the back marker. So it gives Lawson a bit of breathing room. Piastri for Lawson. I do like the sounds of it. I do like the sounds of it. I just don't know if Lawson's got the out-and-out pace. He's already 10 seconds off his teammate Ricciardo halfway through this one. Alright, Ricciardo is going to have Bottas overtaking him here. We are getting closer to Russell though. Nearly by a second there. So I wonder if Russell is really struggling with that issue now. Yeah, tyres the same. So I wonder if Russell is now starting to struggle. Piastri looking good. For the win though, isn't he? Verstappen's getting past Lawson as well. Is Red Bull in a competitive car this season? No, they are not. That Red Bull is not very good. It's probably the 4th quickest car. So it's probably Mercedes.
Okay, so car behind is Hamilton.
McLaren and us are very close. And then it's Red Bull. So they're 4th fastest car, I'd say. And they're very close with Ferrari for that 4th place. Ricciardo's just lost 2 seconds there as he's pulled away as Bottas. And Lawson the same, lost 1.8. So that has not worked out very well for us. Sainz in a Lotus. I think the problem with him, he's gone to Red Bull, and I think he's got 3 years as well now, so his buyout will be very large indeed. Bottas is Bottas one-stopping? 80% seems a good margin of tyre life. Bottas, when did he stop? Lap 22, was it? Something around that? So he's done 20% in 13 laps. He could get those to the end. Is Bottas going to go for a cheeky one-stop?
Let's try to take opportunity.
Sonoda gets a good car. He can dominate. I know from experience. Yeah, I mean, the RB is good in the first season, and he was regularly scoring points, battling up with the top 6.
Feedback on tires when you can.
So just struggling to really push on the tyre.
Ricciardo's using a lot of battery here and a bit of tyre life. I'm just trying to make a fist of it with these Mercedes, but Bottas is reeling in Russell, and so are we. So Russell has either dropped off the pace, or that is an engine issue. That engine issue is causing him an issue, because he's dropped off the pace certainly.
Okay.
Lawson can't get back at Verstappen. Verstappen riding high in the top 5. We haven't seen that for a while from Max. Red Bull was okay early on, and then the development of us, Mercedes and McLaren have just left that Red Bull in the dust, really. Yeah, Ricciardo, I don't think we've quite got enough pace to get up to those Mercedes. We really would love an incident between these two. They could collect each other. That would be absolutely amazing. Aaron Baker, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, buddy. Piastri's got a nice, handsome 4-second lead now. I think Bottas might be going to the end, you know. I do think Bottas might be going to the end. 78% tyre life. Not using much of it. And he's getting past George now. This will be interesting to see if George drops off his DRS in terms of what our pace is against George, but doesn't look like we can hold on to Bottas's pace. Watching you has made me want to make a new F1 manager my team. Get it done, Kinga. You viewed anyway, Kelly. We'll catch you after the Christmas break on the live streams at least. Yeah, thanks, you viewed. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, as I say, this will be the last live stream before Christmas, and we will be back. I will recommence the live streams on the 3rd of January. So it'll be a 3-week break, but then we'll be back. I will be dropping episodes to the series in between. So my hope is to get the stream I come back Friday, the 3rd of Jan.
Come on, mate.
Will be the final race of this season.
Leclerc.
All the other races will drop as episodes on YouTube. So do look out for those. But Hamilton is past Lawson, so as I say, just continues with no pace here. And Norris and Leclerc not far behind either. So I don't think we've got the pace around here. And Russell is hanging on to Bottas. Don't know if there's anything we can do with Lawson here. Good to get that medium to the end still. I think we might just be best attacking these tyres and getting them off.
Good to push up.
Because it's not working for Lawson.
We do not require any fuel liftoff.
Should I do Nissan, Lotus, or something else as a team? Nissan. I'm not seeing a Nissan. I've heard of a Nissan series, so Nissan, I'd say. In my career, I changed RB to Porsche, and in second season, I made the second best car because of dropping first season development, focusing on season 2, and Sonoda placed second in the World Drivers' Championship. Yeah, he's very good in the game, is Yuki. Nissan it is. Good stuff. Right, yeah, so Ricciardo 4 seconds behind Russell, but Russell...
Full concentration.
Lawson's lost the position to Norris. Now Lawson is absolutely...
The car behind is now Leclerc.
Just off the pace here.
Behind 1.7.
We've just not got the pace round here, unfortunately. We're going backwards with both cars rather than forwards. This was... you know, bound to happen at some point with us not designing the car since race 6. We're now, what, 13 races beyond that. So, It was bound to happen at some point. Ricciardo should still be able to pick up P4 with hope here. Let's say Bottas might be going to the end, or he's going to stop very, very late on. But George is out of his DRS now. We're not catching up to George, so just don't think, unfortunately, we've got the pace round here. Now, Lawson is staying with Norris here, so at least we can have a little battle there. Right, we're going to have to try a different strategy with Lawson, because he's just not got the pace.
Head down.
And I don't think it's just because it's the hard tyres, because Ricciardo is struggling as well on the mediums.
Keep at it. The car ahead is Hamilton.
We do get past Norris there. We'll get the second helping of DRS pull away. We would really benefit from a Russell DNF here or a Mercedes incident, but I don't think it's going to happen. So we were originally stopping on lap 42, weren't we? But I think we're... perhaps going to come in earlier than that. Let's just wait and see. Ricciardo is lap 42. It's getting closer to Hamilton is Lawson now, though. Yeah, Ricciardo can't really break that 4-second, though.
No concern on tyre wear.
Understood.
Yeah, it's fluctuating. Still 4 seconds. Lawson, though, very much on to Hamilton, but Hamilton has got DRS on max, which is frustrating. We are going to undercut these, though, so Lawson has still got a chance.
Copy.
I want to go for another couple of laps here. Ricciardo just going along his merry way, isn't he, really? Right, Lawson, though. Hamilton is past Max. Russell's fault. Is it getting worse, or is it just coming and going here? Let's have a look. But is Lawson going to get past Max Verstappen here? Don't think we're going to find a way around there. Norris has dropped 5 seconds back. And, yeah, Bottas still... I think Bottas is not going to stop again here, you know. Done 30% in about 20 laps.
Don't worry, mate.
Yeah, maybe he will have to, but he's going to stop late if he does stop.
Thoughts on tyres?
Struggling a little bit with the fronts.
Where's Ricciardo at here? We've got some traffic for Ricciardo. It's still sitting at 4 seconds. Hamilton is on Ricciardo now.
Keep trying.
Yeah, we've just not got the pace. Hamilton is on Ricciardo here. All right. You need to get into the pits with Danny Rick.
Box.
And yeah, Lewis is right on us. We just not got the pace around Mexico.
Push now on the tires.
Yep.
We certainly are not going to battle with this top 3 now. It's going to be more of a challenge to
Yeah, copy that.
hold on to being in this top 6, I think. Now, Lawson did get past
Let's take a
Verstappen,
look at
though.
the replay. Now, this was at turn 1. There's the opening.
Sainz and Lawson, very nice pairing. Yeah, so right, let's get Ricciardo in. Yeah, Hamilton's just showing pace out of nowhere, and he's got good tyre life. So it's not like he's pushing them either. It's just, yeah, as I say, we just have not got the pace around here. The gap is closed to Russell, though. We're 3 seconds behind him now, with Hamilton between. But Russell has dropped 9 seconds on Bottas. Piastri's still a 4-second lead. It will be best for us if Piastri does win this.
So
and
we
we'd
just
like
have
to get both of our
get
cars
better.
ahead of Russell. We really want Russell's issue to get worse. Which would be ideal for us.
Daniel pit lane.
Russell. Oh, yes, it's not getting worse. It just keeps coming and going, really. Right, let's hope for a good stop here then. We've got to try at least get an undercut done here. .2. We were held for the Williams coming in there though of Perez, which wasn't ideal. So although it's 2.2, we lost a little bit more than that. But we do.
Car behind Norris.
Tapping his back past Lawson on track.
7.1.
Currently P9. Our next car ahead is Leclerc.
Right, we've got a nice gap though for Ricciardo, so he can just come home from there, but yeah, I don't think we're going to have the pace to do much. Do you think second is still possible in Constructors? We should be able to hold on to second, I'd like to think.
Stop the lift off, please.
Okay.
But battling for first looks like it might be dwindling away here. Unless, as I say, that we have a retirement of Russell. Or something better than that. We've got a yellow flag. It's a spin though. I don't think it's anyone in the top 3 there.
Single yellow.
Okay.
It's K-Mag. Always count on K-Mag. Yeah, K-Mag bins it. Sonoda all over the back of Ricciardo.
Copy.
Which really isn't ideal for us. Right, let's get these mediums on Lawson.
Box.
You really don't want to be fighting with Yuki, but I think it's because his tyres are up to temp. But he is gonna battle us here because he's gonna get 2 helpings of the DRS, of course.
If you need.
Understood.
We really could do without Yuki getting past us, but I don't think there's much we can do here.
Okay.
Yeah, Yuki's passed us, so this is just going from bad to worse on this one for us. We'll get the second helping to pull away as well.
I don't think we can do much more.
I think Danny Rick will come back at him, of course, but just holds us up a little bit more.
We need a lift off at this stage.
Copy.
44 laps gone then.
I'm really sorry, we need a bit of lift off where you can.
And Piastri pits from the lead. So, is Bottas going to the end? And if he is, Piastri is going to have to try and hunt him down. Piastri's out. And Lawson in for his stop then. Medium tyres on, 2.4, not too bad.
White line on the exit.
And Piastri is out in some nice clean air. And here we go then, Ricciardo on Yuki Tsunoda.
You can reduce lift off.
Understood.
Not a good race after a win, not at all. Yeah, we struggled. Struggled, just maybe a track that doesn't suit us here.
Behind you have Fernando. Gap behind 5.2.
Yeah, parts are okay. They're getting worn, but Hulkenberg got a mechanical fault. So Lawson comes out in P10. And we're just Russell pits now. So Russell pits and Hamilton. Now let's see where these come out.
Keep up the lift off. You're doing a very good job.
Russell and Hamilton very close together there.
Last lap was purple.
Daniel Ricciardo goes fastest.
Understood.
And he's going to get ahead of Russell and Hamilton here. As Russell should slow up here. There we go. So Ricciardo will be ahead of them both. But for how long? Russell on the mediums. Hamilton on the hards.
Currently P6.
And Lawson just nowhere near them, unfortunately. What difficulty have you got racing set up? We're on the hardest settings, and we started this on in terms of the lowest settings as well, in terms of my team, creating the team. So Bottas, I do think is going to go to the end. Yeah, me too, mate. Makes it more realistic. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's still, you can still progress very quickly, which it should really be even harder. But no, exactly. I like a challenge. It's boring if it's too easy. But yeah, we're struggling in this one though. We are struggling. Aaron Baker, how many seasons are you in? This is the second season, so we're coming to the end of 2025. So we're hoping to secure P2 in the Constructors though. But if McLaren get a good haul of points here, that might become a bit of a battle, but I think we'll still be good for P2. But yeah, Bottas certainly on his way to becoming the World Drivers' Championship, and Mercedes are going to win the Constructors. But is Piastri going to hunt him down here? I don't think Bottas is stopping again. Or if he is, maybe he will actually. I think he might be. It's going to be interesting between Piastri and Bottas for this race win though. But I don't think we're going to be involved in it, unfortunately. Ricciardo is going to have to try and fend off Russell and Hamilton. Do you need to do more than one research on every part when it is minimal? Because I have only done one. You should just do research on the parts that are being affected by the technical regs. If you go in your main menu, if you go to the board, and then there should be regulations on there, you can check the parts affected and effectively what in terms of how it's being affected by the technical regulation. So if it's being affected by say 10% next year, and you can see your ground against that deficit. So yeah, it's in the board and then the regulations tab, and then click on the parts that are highlighted. It'll show you the deficit for next year.
Okay.
And then it'll show you how much you've made up on research. So what you want to try and do is do as much research to overcome that deficit.
Keep the head down. We have a Ferrari behind us.
Yeah, if you get above it, absolutely fine. If you can get right on it or above it, you should be absolutely fine.
Hamilton behind you now.
So Russell has made his way past us. And that was to be expected, really.
Overtake available.
That fault really isn't affecting him. He's on the medium tyres, of course, but yeah, that fault just has not affected him at all. And Lawson, as they say, is going to make it past Yuki Tsunoda here. And then Yuki Tsunoda jumps into the bit. So Lawson into P9. Waiting to see if Leclerc and Norris and co are going to pit. And if they do, we should have a healthy lead on them. So Lawson's 5 seconds back. Ricciardo close to getting back into the DRS of George Russell. George's tyre life there. Yeah, he's managing those mediums well. So again, just not really got the pace on these guys today. Coming up to some back markers here though. No, we're not. We're it's because Norris and that's Norris and Leclerc who have yet to pit. So very much not back markers. Yeah, Ricciardo keeps dropping out through that part of the track.
Okay, gotcha.
Piastri's now closing on for Verstappen, and then he'll have 12 seconds or so to Bottas. Russell's got DRS on Leclerc. Leclerc goes defensive. We're struggling to get close to them, to be fair.
Leclerc 1.7 in front. Head down.
So when are these guys going to pit? They're leaving it pretty late. Are they trying to go to softs, bolt some softs on at the end? You'd kind of think they are doing that. Because I don't think those hards are going to last for another 21 laps. Especially Norris down to 44%. Ricciardo should get some DRS here shortly on Leclerc. Russell has passed both Leclerc and Norris. So as I say, that issue he's carrying, that engine issue, just isn't impacting him at all. Bottas pits now, so Bottas is going to stop. He's going to be ahead. Where will he fall? He might be close to this battle, though. Clean stop for Mercedes. They're doing everything right. And Ricciardo, who's got Hamilton behind him.
In front of you is Norris.
Bottas coming out now. Bottas should just stay ahead of this group of cars then, which is critical for him. He's going to do that little slowdown that we've seen. Ricciardo going to get past Leclerc, yes. And Leclerc might hold up Hamilton for a little bit here, which will be handy for us.
You were on target, good job.
And Norris did stop in amongst all of that. Norris is 15 seconds off Lawson, so hopefully that'll be enough for Lawson to maintain. But they did close on us pretty quickly earlier. And we're getting an Alpine hold us up. What's new there? Yeah, Russell 84%. Bottas on the mediums as well. So now Bottas on the mediums is the one chasing down Piastri. Verstappen yet to stop either. He'll drop quite a bit for Verstappen. As that Alpine is finally out of the way. So Hamilton 2 seconds behind us. And Norris is a long way behind. We just need to monitor these gaps now, really. Damage limitation here, but I think we are seeing the well, I say constructors slip away. It was a bit of a dream, really, a bit of a pipe dream to try and challenge for the constructors this year. But it looks like Mercedes are going to be too strong. And George, with his engine issue, is setting fastest laps. So as I say, not a real issue at all, is it, for him? Lawson closing up to Leclerc, who we are expecting still Leclerc and Verstappen to pit. Yeah, they've definitely got to pit, and they're leaving it very late. Norris is still 20 seconds behind Lawson, so I'm not sure that's working going that long. And Leclerc pits now, so Lawson is released on that one. So now it'll just be Verstappen to pit. And Bottas is only 3 seconds behind Piastri, so Bottas is looking nailed on to win this race now. Now he's on those mediums, just absolute pace on him. Max Verstappen still not stopping. He will do eventually, though. You'd imagine. Still 16 laps to go. Lawson will jump him as well, though. So, and here he comes. Max is in now. Well, this should be another position gain for Lawson. How far behind will Max be? Going to need quite a big margin on him, though, because he's going to be pretty quick. He can attack on those tyres. Going to be a fair margin. And he's got an Alpine to lap, which is always an issue. So he's 11, 12 seconds back. So can Lawson hold on to that? But I think 6th was the best we can get out of it with Lawson, and 4th with Ricciardo at the looks of it. And Hamilton might still have a charge at Ricciardo at the end here. 15 laps to go. Bottas's charge has slowed up a little bit on Piastri. Hamilton's still 4 seconds behind. We've got 13 seconds to Verstappen, so we're just managing these gaps now. So not as much drama in this race that we saw in the first one in COTA. We certainly haven't had the pace across this track. Hasn't suited us at all. And yeah, we're not going to challenge for the win unless we get a spicy accident at the end here that's going to cause a safety car or red flag. You never know around here. It can happen. But we've only got 12 laps to go. Hamilton's still 4 seconds back on Ricciardo. Verstappen still 13 seconds back on Lawson. A 4th and 6th look good, but that would be us losing a lot of points to Mercedes, so it won't be over mathematically, but theoretically this might be the race where the Constructors does slip away, or that Constructors' dream slips away. Max getting a little bit closer, 12 seconds now to Lawson. Bottas now 1.5 behind Piastri. So Bottas is looking very good for the win now in the DRS of Piastri. Now Russell's engine issue cleared again, so yeah, just an intermittent issue there really. Yellow flag. Hulkenberg just a lock up.
Have a look at that. So let's follow the action.
Nothing more than that.
into
That's a shame. Thought we were going to get some excitement there.
And the car fails to respond. And hopefully...
Yeah, locks up but keeps out of the wall. So yeah, Ricciardo's kept that sort of 4 seconds to Hamilton now. So it's looking worse than that for us earlier on. Looked like we were going to go backwards, but it looks like he's going to get P4 at least, hopefully, here. And Lawson looks like he'll hold on to P6. Though he's only 3 seconds behind Hamilton himself, so whether he can close that up in these final few laps. Drugovic's got a mechanical fault. 10 to go. Are we going to get any drama at the end here? Piastri back in the lead, actually, and Bottas has dropped out of the DRS. And he might have just got stuck behind Gasly lapping there. Verstappen within 10 seconds of Lawson, though, so he is closing, but slow. Probably too slow, I'd imagine, to catch us before the end. I hope, anyway. And yeah, we're not, unless we get some late drama here, but even if it's a safety car, it'd be too late. You'd kind of need a red flag now. You'd need a red flag for any impact. Have we got much tyre life? We haven't really.
Struggling a little bit with the fronts.
Danny Rick could probably go for an attack. It doesn't really matter though.
Open the gap.
Yep.
No more lift-off required.
Okay.
Having a bit of an attack with Danny Rick at the end here. Verstappen's got it under 10 seconds. We've got to be mindful. We are lapping cars though that he's got to get through, so that's probably why. Danny Rick's got it to 5 seconds to Russell. So we're just attacking on these tyres here.
For info, we are not fuel limited. We are not fuel limited.
Yeah, copy.
See if we can have a little bit of push, bit of a finale to this, but still 4 seconds to George, so I'm not sure we can get there. Jamie Lawson has a lot of ERS yet. We're now going to use some of that. We're going to dump some of that. But he's in amongst quite a bit of traffic, which isn't ideal.
On a bit of lift-off while you can, it should help you.
Understood.
Ricciardo, 4 seconds to Russell. Piastri is in second place, so Bottas leads. Piastri's 4 seconds back. Looks like Piastri will hold on to second place at least. But Lawson trying to get through this traffic, which isn't ideal for us, and Hamilton's got no more traffic, so don't think Lawson is going to be able to close that gap on Lewis. Can Ricciardo do anything about George? Probably not. I think it's going to come too late here.
Overtake available.
There is George. We can just about see him. .8 to George, 3 laps to go. I don't think we're going to have quite enough pace to get to him.
on the battery.
Okay.
3.5 to George. Coming down slowly.
3 more laps.
As I say, just not enough, I would suggest. And we haven't got the battery to really push us closer. If not, we could have got a nice little slipstream and DRS towards the end here. Two to go then as Bottas crosses the line again.
Okay.
Ricciardo, yeah, I don't think we're close enough to get that slipstream, are we?
Lift off for the fuel.
Yep, understood.
So Lawson, yeah, he's still got 7 seconds on Verstappen. So he should be absolutely fine on that. And Ricciardo, I think, had good pace here towards the end on George. But we're going to run out of laps as Bottas starts the final lap. And we now start our final lap as well. 2.7. So yeah, we were gaining gradually, although it's just extended to 3 there.
We don't need lift off.
And Bottas taking the fastest lap as well. So Mercedes are going to get a great haul of points here. And we just did not have the pace. We did not have the pace at all. It's Mercedes who have upgraded that car from the start of this season. And they are going to become Constructors Champion this year. And Bottas is well on his way to becoming the Drivers' Champion as he wins in Mexico. Piastri, a solid drive for him though, to get P2. And it's George Russell who was encountering engine issues that didn't really cause him any problems. And it's P3 for him. And Ricciardo, probably the best we could have done really in the end. P4 looked for a while that we might have had to battle Hamilton and Verstappen behind us. But Ricciardo does get P4, Hamilton P5, and Liam Lawson.
Well done, guys.
Again, he's going to finish, what, 15, 16 seconds off his teammate. So quite a bit back on his teammate. But it's P4 for Ricciardo, P6 for Liam Lawson here in Mexico.
Okay, that's the checkered flag.
Not the worst race, but could have been better. Yeah, it wasn't too much drama in there either. We couldn't really take advantage of anything. Bit of a dull one there. Not too much going on, to be fair.
They had to work hard for those points today.
But again, we've not upgraded this car, so it's probably where we should be finishing, really. Sort of bottom half, middle bottom half of the points. So, yeah, it's just a shame that we can't keep that sort of dream of a Constructors going along. But 2026 is coming up soon. Good job, bro. I just got my first point in Miami with my new team. Good work, Baltic. Good work, buddy. So, full classification then. Valtteri Bottas wins it. The mullet man from Finland. 26 points, so wins it and the fastest lap as well. Oscar Piastri, as we said, solid drive. He had really good pace. Looked like he might have won the race at one point. But he's up 5 places to finish second. George Russell finished third. Daniel Ricciardo fourth. Lewis Hamilton fifth. Liam Lawson sixth. Max Verstappen up 2 to 7th. Leclerc finished where he starts. Lando Norris up 3 to 9th. And a really good drive from Carlos Sainz, who took a grid penalty, but up 11 places to claim a point in 10th place. So, Drivers' Championship, I think Valtteri Bottas is getting very close now, isn't he? 101 points is the lead. I think we've got 4 full races. So, that's 100 points. And then we've got 2 sprints left now, haven't we? Where are we? Yeah, 2 sprints left, Brazil and Qatar. So, there's 116 points still up for grabs. So, Valtteri Bottas, mathematically, isn't yet the champion, but I think next race, he probably will claim the crown with a couple of races to go. So Bottas leads by 101 points over Daniel Ricciardo in second. Daniel Ricciardo still a good chance to finish second in the Drivers' Championship, but Oscar Piastri is coming for him. Liam Lawson fourth. He's got a battle on with George Russell to hold that. But it's still very close between third, fourth and fifth. So Oscar could finish as high as... Liam Lawson could finish as high as third and as low as fifth, it looks like. Max Verstappen, obviously his crown is being taken. He can't do anything about it this year. He's 200 odd points off Valtteri Bottas. Kingo, I'm going to go now. So Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, buddy. Hopefully I'll see you again in the stream when I'm back after Christmas, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. Lewis Hamilton 7th. Lando Norris is 8th. Leclerc 9th. Carlos Sainz 10th. So no change in the top 10. No change at all, actually. Fernando Alonso still 11th. Yuki Tsunoda 12th. Ocon 13th. K-Mag 14th. Perez 15th. Gasly 16th. And the rest still yet to score. Constructors, so again, this will have a very nice reading for Mercedes, who take 21 points, out of us, and it means they now lead this by 90 points. So it's still doable to overcome that in the Constructors, because of course there's more points on offer when there's 2 drivers battling for it, but they've got 90 points now with 4 races to go. So we're going to need them to have some problems. We're going to need a Bottas or George Russell retirement or low points. If not, they're well on the way to winning the Constructors and Drivers' Championship double. Bottas is definitely winning the Drivers' Championship. Mercedes look odds on to win the Constructors. We're in second, McLaren third. I think we've got enough in hand over McLaren now to finish second, but who knows? We scored equal points there, so nothing gained, nothing lost. Ferrari fourth. They extend that on Red Bull, but it's still very close between Ferrari and Red Bull for fourth. Aston Martin sixth, RB seventh, Williams eighth, Pick Sauber ninth, and Haas and Alpine still yet to score. I don't think we did anything that great on the pit stops in Mexico. We did not, so we retain 9th place, but we can still get as high as 8th, and that will of course be our target. So that is going to bring this one to the end. So thanks for dropping in, everyone who dropped in along the way. And of course, I know many of you on YouTube will watch this on demand. So again, if you've not watched it live, but now watching it on demand, thanks for the support. If you haven't already, do smash a like on the video. As I say, we have 4 races to go, 2 of those being a sprint. I am now on Christmas break, so I will be back with the next live stream on Friday, the 3rd of January. So it'll be a 3-week break, but we will continue the episodes on YouTube. So if you're not already and you're watching on Twitch and TikTok, head to my profile. In there, in my bio, you'll find the YouTube link. Head over to there and you will see the Brazil Grand Prix, Las Vegas and Qatar all on the channel. And then I'll save Abu Dhabi for Friday the 3rd. So when we come back after Christmas, we'll do the final race of the season on live stream to see if there's any battles, any positions in terms of the Drivers and Constructors Championship still up for grabs. But thanks for dropping in, thanks for the likes, thanks for the comments, thanks for the gifts, and really appreciate it. Wish you all a very good Christmas and a good new year, and we'll be back with the live streams